Yeah, we're not live.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Like it's not showing up on my phone. We're not live.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of TOPT. My name is Larry.
Law.
Lionel. Seb.
And this is TOPT where we talk anime and One Piece. Woo! Let's go. Episode 248. We're going to be discussing One Piece chapter 1178. And if you guys didn't know already, chapter was kind of big. And Lionel's here, so I said, you know what, Marv? Let's do 4 hours. And he said, all right. So it's a 4-hour episode. Woo! Just want to say thank you to everybody that's in the YouTube live chat. I am so sorry that we are late. It's truly Lionel's fault. I want to blame Seb, but most likely it's Lawrence's fault overall because he's in charge of Lionel.
How's he in charge?
So everybody, Judge Lawrence, throw tomatoes in the live chat.
How's he in charge of you? No. He is his brother's keeper.
How's he in charge of you? The heck?
I like your hat.
Yeah?
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. All right. Anyway, what's up, Facebook? Hello, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and /music. I just want to say thank you guys for all being here. Please, if you haven't liked the video yet, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I would appreciate you so much. We are going to read some super chats. We're going to read, going to say what's up to the live chat. And Seb is going to read out basically what's happening for this week that we have going on with TOPT. So, yeah, Seb, take it away.
Yeah.
Before you do, my bad. We have the merch. We have new merch. And you already know, Lawrence had the first merch. I had the second merch. Seb had the third merch. We have Lionel's merch.
Yeah.
And it's called Give Me More Odin.
Are you serious?
I am absolutely serious.
Oh, you haven't seen this yet?
No.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen
It's
it either.
really good.
I haven't seen it.
I'm
either.
kinda
I'm
nervous and
copping,
scared.
bro.
Yeah,
I was
so I just want to say thank you to Red Eyes for making our merch. It's fantastic. He's also our editor on YouTube. He helps me make the videos that we've been posting out the past week and a half, 2 weeks. And he's been doing it before that too, but like now we're ramping it up. So I just want to say thank you to Red Eyes for all the work that he does. And also thank you to Twilight Straw Hat for the timestamps for these episodes. He's been doing it for a little bit and I just want to show him a lot of appreciation. So don't worry about the timestamps. They're going to be up right after the episode is done. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that continues to support us, okay? If you send super chats, just wait on it. We will read them. We always read them, and we will not skip them, okay? So sometimes it's going to take us a little longer because we're not like one person talking. It's all four of us. So just please be patient. But other than that, Seb, my bad. Continue.
Shout out to Lionel for being here, having merch and all that. Hit that like button. It does help the YouTube algorithm. I see a bunch of people in chat. I see Buddha Thag. What? Yeah, Buddha Thag. I don't know what that is. Wise Life Gaming, Malik Villafranco, Ice Fisher, Tech Throw, Link Tales, NYC Anime Nerd, Zeke Freak, G Gons, Christopher M, Samaj Jordan, Primus Train, Maximum D Rhythm, Raven D Storm, Mr. Weibo, Mikey D Mike, I definitely read that wrong, Ramon, Tyrone Bigums, Davey D Oaks, Him Roscoe, Judge Man, just so many. Please hit that like button. Does help with the YouTube algorithm. We got a bunch of super chats that are sitting, so I'm gonna read those now before we get into the chapter. And then I guess before we get to super chats, I did want to give a programming note. This week there will be no DDT. DDT will be returning the week after. I got some stuff, a new series for you guys coming through. Game planning for that, and then we will have a call-in stream tomorrow at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So pull up. As always, you have to be a tiered member of the Discord of Warlord or higher to participate a guaranteed spot in the call-in stream. So pull up, give your hottest takes, rant, ask us a question, whatever you want to do. I'll see if the twins can make it.
It'd be nice because I missed last DDT, and best believe I was listening, but I couldn't really hear because my dad, we were going to North Carolina. I have a lot to say towards Lionel and Lawrence, especially Seb, but I'm not gonna do it right now. There's a lot of fan fiction.
Listen,
A lot of fan fiction. And I understand Seb doesn't always get the twins. When the twins do join anything else other than the pod, it is rare. So we appreciate them and we show them a lot of love. But Sebastian gave 15 minutes to Lawrence to just fanfic out.
I did not fanfic
Bro
at all.
barely said any facts. And Seb just stood there and just let him speak until
facts.
somebody said, "Hey, man, his minute up." So
I didn't realize he went that way.
I will say it was a very good DDT. Very good DDT, and I was very happy to hear Lawrence and Lionel's opinions.
I realized that they're so unfamiliar with the DDT dynamics that they didn't know that there was a timer. We thought
We thought we were on the pod.
I will say, Larry, you don't be subscribing to that 1 minute either, bro. I let you rock.
I try. But you be giving me freedom. Like, bro, you look at the timestamp. Look at Lawrence's timestamp. Alright? Look at Lawrence's timestamp. It's a lot.
Yo, it was like a clean 20 minutes.
Yo.
Dang.
You could have told me beforehand, yo, Lawrence, you only got a minute though.
And you would have spoke for a minute.
I mean, y'all gotta time me.
Hold on. I told you had a minute.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure.
You told me?
Yeah.
Wait, how you gonna tell me?
No, he told
Yo,
me.
you
and
even reiterated it back to me. So I got a minute, and then you just went on.
Did I? Oh, then I'm sure. My bad.
He's like, I acknowledge your minute. Make it quick. Lawrence is quick. It's 20 minutes. So dang. Man.
Oh man! All right, we got a bunch of super
I got
chats. So I'm
caught
gonna
up
get
in
into
it.
these real quick. We got $10 from Raven D Storm. Actually, hold on. Gotta go to the top. Sorry. We got 13 months at Nakama status from Big Business Borsellino. It says old healthy Whitebeard versus Mihawk. What diff? Old, but he's healthy. So like,
Old, healthy Whitebeard?
so I guess the Whitebeard that ran down on Ace. I guess. Oh, he still had the tubes though.
Yeah.
So
He shows because we don't know that Whitebeard when he didn't
We
get sick.
hearing just healthy.
yeah.
Right? Like, that's enough. Whitebeard. What div? I'll go extreme just to please you.
I'm gonna put a poll up because I'm curious about this one.
Against who?
Mihawk. Hawk boy.
Oh man,
Hockey.
Lionel.
Hockey.
They're gonna be like Mihawk because Whitebeard got a blade at the end of his album.
He's stupid.
He's a sorcerer. No, I'm gonna go Whitebeard for now because again I'm not trying to start a whole thing, but like we saw Whitebeard at his old age at his deathbed taking an ammo, and he's like not defeating Feaster. So like what do you say? I'm not trying to be mean, but that's what we just saw.
Yeah.
So
No, I get you.
Dude, fighting with my youngins. We got another two.
Wait, did you vote?
I didn't. I was gonna go Whitebeard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Law.
Whitebeard.
All right, so we're all going Whitebeard.
I'll go Mihawk, man. Just cause.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. Just like
Just cause.
I wish he did stuff like that.
He'd be so much funnier.
Yo, so much
I
better
would
of a
enjoy
character.
the character so much more if he did stupid stuff like that.
Like, you hear it, you're like, and then
Like-
the sword slash just comes out of nowhere.
Like if he just had like a word that was like
all of a
Birdman.
the whole
Mihawk
ship
doing
goes in the
this?
air.
Mihawk is doing this. You saying?
No,
Yeah.
I would say he should have somebody with him that's just like Birdman. And he just
Like his
pulls up.
own
I
personal
thought
hype man.
Doflamingo though. You always said Birdman towards Doflamingo, not Mihawk.
Wait, you're saying like he should have his own personal hype man?
Like a ward.
I
yeah.
can't take that, bro. I can't take that. A hype man
Nice
in the
speed-
series
nice-
and then outside of the series?
Yeah.
Like as a fandom?
It would give the Mihawk fandom a character to aspire to. Because it's not Mihawk. You know what I'm saying?
I would beg every day that Shanks ran into him again. Every day.
Would it be funny with Mihawk?
Bro, Somebody posted or asked us a question in Discord today or yesterday about like who would win between Garp and Mihawk, but they accidentally put Gary instead of Garp. So I posted a picture of Mihawk fighting Gary from SpongeBob. And it was so stupid.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Gary from the Indigo League of Pokemon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just all Gary's apparently.
We got another two from Nico L. It says, if Luffy and Loki lose, will Shanks come and save them? Ew.
Yes.
Gross.
They ain't losing this chapter.
Gross.
That's crazy.
Disgusting.
I'll drop. No, stop.
I would drop is crazy.
I wouldn't drop.
I'd hate that though.
Yeah, I would.
Personally. And no, Shanks shouldn't come to save them. Another 5 from Franco Cervantes. Law gonna say something crazy like Emu's hockey isn't on par to Luffy's, so he has to leave Mary Joie to train with Rayleigh for 2 years.
Why would I say that?
Yo!
I wouldn't say that.
Context.
I wouldn't say that.
Yo!
Where's that
In the
coming
slightest.
from, though?
I don't know.
Because Law's hockey takes. That's why.
That is not because of that. That is not one. That does not have my stamp of approval in the slightest. So it's not my hockey takes. All right.
And he
So
was like, I know
funny.
we're enemies, but I need you to train.
I need you to help me train.
Just like,
Hey man, everybody could benefit from some Rayleigh training, man. Another 5 from Wise Life Gaming. This chapter was crazy with a fire emoji. Who would Rox be more impressed by if he were alive? Loki or Zoro? Hashtag leakage twins. Hashtag Mofungo Marv. Hashtag Larry Shaw. Hashtag trauma dump Seb. Mofungo Marv is the greatest hashtag ever.
It would have to be Loki.
It's gonna be Loki.
Yeah. Just based around the parameters of Ragnar and the Devil Fruit.
Yeah.
And that could possibly go towards what Rox was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it's not, like it could have been anybody, as long as they had that Devil Fruit and the hammer in conjunction, Rox was like, all right, this guy is special. You know what I'm saying?
All right. We did get another $100 super chat
wow, thank you.
from Malik via Franco Rami.
Oh my God.
24. It says, hey, Baldies. I just started listening to y'all like 3 months ago on Apple Podcast and wanted to say what's up. I'll be listening to this at work tomorrow. And Seb, is this enough to start watching Hunter x Hunter? Hashtag flat booty gang. Hashtag throat piece. Hashtag Green Bull over Big Mom. Hashtag Big Mom a baddie for real.
I feel like these are all your hashtags somehow. Like I really feel like these are
Flat booty gang is me? That's who I am?
This is your fan.
You also said Green Bull over Big Mom.
I'm pretty sure Sebastian has said that at one point.
I didn't say that. But
I wouldn't.
No, like, come on.
honestly, I wouldn't doubt that you
Right.
would. Yeah. You're the type of person who would say that, though.
hey,
You're so
man.
disrespectful.
I'm Admiral
You're so
Gang, bro.
disrespectful.
I
But
am
when
Admiral
any
Gang.
animal show they're stronger than a Yonko, besides Blackbeard and Buggy, and that's like, we already know the answer.
Can he drain her, though? That's the question.
No, it's Big Mom. It's backwards scared of Big Mom. You know what I mean? Because that life's getting taken away real
It's
quick.
more like, can she drain him?
It's a good DDT.
It is not a good
It's a
DDT.
matchup.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You're disrespectful,
Yeah,
bro.
see?
Y'all disrespect Green Bull, man. Shanks punked him a little bit. Okay.
He's a little too green to be fighting her.
No,
All right, I'll take that.
Yes. Also, thank you so much. That is
Yeah.
a crazy dono. If you're listening to this at work, please be safe at work. But we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We did get another $100 super chat from
Oh my God.
Senior Sombrero 24. Thank
What
you.
are
Thank
you guys on today?
Sheesh, man.
What do you want?
It says, yo, what's good, my Nikas? A pimp named Chopper will put a lot of things over a night. A YC2 over a night. Brand new Gorosei over a night. Absolutely. A Rumble Ball with just Monster Point guarantee. Oh, man. And then we got another 20 gifted memberships from CD, bro.
Oh, Celestial Donkey back in the chat, my
thank
boy.
you.
And 10
Hi.
gifted memberships from
And then Villain. Guys,
Oh.
you guys are doing too much. You know when you start doing this, we don't know what to say. So if it's not enough, I just want to say thank you, but I ain't twerking. All right? All right? I ain't twerking.
Bro, that video you that Trent sent today.
What?
The one I sent to chat.
I forgot already what it was.
You was talking about making it clap. And that you've been eating your oats like ice.
I've been eating my oats like Ice Spice. That was a long time ago. I'm a changed man. Okay? I'm changed.
I didn't see. I saw a little bit. I didn't see the whole thing.
I was like, this is what happened when I'm not on the pod, bro?
Yeah, that's what I
talking about.
I've discovered Christ.
No.
I've changed. Sorry, man.
Oh, man. And then we got another 5 gifted memberships from Davey D. Oaks for all of our Nakamas donating. Oh, my. Wait.
Guys.
Hold on.
Guys, relax. We got to start the chapter. Oh, my God.
Ain't no way.
Celestial Donkey and Villain D Juice are currently competing by sending 50 top gift memberships.
Bro. No, bro. No.
I don't even know what to say. Yo, you doing too much. Thank you so much. Please don't get into a competition where you start sending them nonstop because Celestial Donkey will. He known for doing this. He known for doing this. You guys both work hard in your lives. Please keep your money. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can everybody in the chat just throw up Nakama fist? Because you're definitely receiving one. If you missed it, turn your observation off. Because there's no way you should be missing these. Oh my God.
That's
Thank you
insane,
so
bro.
much.
That's wild.
Jesus.
I hope I got one.
Holy, this is crazy. Thank you so much, gentlemen. All right. I think we're going to go into the chapter. I just want to make sure before you guys start going crazy again. Thank you so much for all of the support. We're going to jump right back in to the super chats and everything else. But Celestial Donkey, Villain D Juice, Senor, Malik, all you guys that are donating these crazy donations, thank you so much. And to everybody else that's donating everything else, we're going to get back to your super chats. We just want to hit this chapter a little bit, okay? But please say thank you in the live chat. Thank you. All right. You guys ready for this chapter?
Sir.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get it. So, this week's chapter is titled Waking from a Nightmare. It includes a reader request with the caption, Kid being chased by a bull charging at his cape. In the illustration, we see exactly that. Kid sprinting away from the bull in a Nika-like pose, glancing back at the massive beast behind him. Did you guys have anything you wanted to share about this reader request? And we will start with Lionel. But before we do, Celestial Donkey CD, bro. We know your body. We know. This dude just sent another $100 in donation. Yeah. And all he had to put in his comment was #buggy gang. I don't know. Yo, CD, bro, you work too hard, bro. Please keep your money. I can't do it. I'm not a stripper, bro. I'm not a stripper. I can't make it clap. I can't make it clap, but I'm so thankful. Just throw it at me. I feel like he just throws it at our faces.
Bro.
Yeah. He's like, yo, take it.
Okay.
Yes, bro.
Take that. Okay. No, thank you so much. CD, please. Relax. Since Marv is back, I'm going to go with Seb.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Seb, what do you think about the reader request?
Yeah. I mean, as y'all know, I'm Kid Gang. You know what I'm saying? I hope he makes a comeback into the series. So when I saw Kid, I was hyped. I ain't really too focused too much on what he had going on, to be honest. He was just like running from the bull. I thought it was funny because like I forgot his coat is like red or whatever, or his hair is red and the coat's red.
It's like magenta.
It's magenta or whatever. So it's like that's what it's chasing. I thought it was funny, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, why he ain't just fighting it? I guess the reader request is the reader request. I can't envision Kid running from a bull. That was the only thing I thought. I was like, he would just fight it. Also, he has that move where he has like rides a mechanical bull. So I thought that was
he be riding mechanical bulls.
Technically, yeah. It's like he creates.
That's an AO moment.
Hey, man.
Does it help that he makes them?
I don't know that helps. I don't know that helps.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
they wild today.
Bro, Doc loves whiskey. What is the chat on tonight? We didn't do anything special. Is it Lionel?
It's Lionel, bro.
Is it what is happening?
It's either Lionel.
Bro, he just sent a $300
What?
dono.
Hey, wow.
What?
Okay.
Guys, jeez, please stop. You guys are sending way too much, and it's making me nervous.
What happened?
I feel like I don't know. Child Protective Services are gonna come over here or something like that.
It's almost April. I'm guessing people's Larry tax returns came in. But
Imagine, yo.
I can't. When we get these kind of donations, we never know what to say, guys. Honestly.
What more do you want?
Nah, I know what to say. Y'all interrupting our chat review, our chapter review, okay?
Yo, this is crazy. Thank you. This is crazy.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
this is
Appreciate
insane.
it.
And they say, Doc says they yap train is rolling.
The Yep train?
The yep train. I'm pretty sure he means yap.
I don't know.
We be yapping,
Yeah, we
A little
do.
bit.
especially me. I need to stop.
That's like the whole point of our podcast. It's for us
Bro,
to yap.
Larry and Lionel were arguing in chat the other day, and I was like, y'all yapping. Like, I had to mute y'all. I was like in interviews and stuff. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, what are y'all on? Like, save it for the pod if y'all gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Don't put it in the DMs.
Yeah.
Larry said we're professional yappers. That's what we do.
Seriously, this is a lot of bread. And I just want to make sure with everybody, if you do not have it, do not send it.
Yeah.
And if you do have it, please think of yourself first before you think of us.
Yes.
It's not reverse psychology, believe me. It makes me nervous that there's so much being given. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts because it really does support us at the end of the day. And it's not taken for granted at all. So thank you. I don't know what else to say, but holy thank you. 300 dono is crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like I show speed or something, bro. Like, golly.
It's gotta be the 4-hour pod, man.
Oh, yeah. Y'all know I spent extra bread. Y'all know I spent extra bread for the extra hour, huh? I get it. Thank you. Marv with the Marv funny as hell.
Yo.
Marv, like, keep it coming.
Yo, it's so funny.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Law? Reader request?
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, when I first saw this, like Sebastian said, I thought, to me, I know it's a reader request, but it didn't make Kid like a strong armor for Kid in strength wise. Because I was like, because at least the other versions we had, because I thought of, all right, one, he's a conqueror too, and we saw, others running from animals, but it was like in a comic relief.
Okay.
Like, like running from them. Like, Roger was laughing because he drew on a lion's face. And he's like, like he's pranking the lion. This one, it's charging you because it sees red and you're just booking it. And I was like, to me, it's like, also, we know that conquerors, if it was really, animal was really serious, they'd just be like, stop to the animal and it's over. Like, conquerors have that power over animals where literally they can just stop them to submission. We've seen, aggressive animals come at Luffy or whatever, or Shanks, and they just kind of like stop it. Like this. So I'm like, yo, Kid, where's your hockey at to like just stop this animal or at least take it out? So you're running? Mm-hmm. So I was like, portrayal-wise, it didn't look strong for Kid. That's all I'm saying. It didn't look strong. That's all I got.
Before we move to Lionel, Celestial Donkey.
Again?
Yeah, bro.
Yo, Celestial, like, you want a battle? Oh, you want a battle?
He battling, I don't know who.
Yeah.
Bro is literally the Mike, like the Tom Brady. He said, yo, I gotta make believe these other dudes said something bad about me, so I'm gonna just start competing. Celestial, another 100. Thank you so much, dog. Thank you so much. Please stop.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Please. You're doing too much.
It's crazy, bro.
I don't know how to say thank you even more than that. And then Trent coming someday.
Someone said
somewhere.
no, it's Trent. Oh, yeah.
Trent. Trent, stop. Before you even
Who
stop,
started
Trent.
this? Who started this? The first one.
I don't know, man. Somebody got ended.
It was Malik, bro.
Yeah, it was
he had
Malik.
To drop first 100 the other day.
I thought you meant like originally, like back in the day. When
That was probably Pig, bro.
Yeah, Pig. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. Villain. Villain! Stop!
We're not doing this shopping.
Yo, we're not doing this shopping. They're like, yo, these 4 hours, this is our hour of super chats.
Wait, did you read what CD said?
CD said, hashtag buggy gang, hashtag Larry. Take my money.
Give you back the Larry tax. That's all that's happening.
And then you got Villain D Juice with the 50 says, nah, they calling me broke and I'm feeling some type of way.
Yo, bro.
Like the stream
Yo.
or you a bum. Hashtag hockey chuckers. Hashtag I'm not going band for bands with CD. Hashtag educate yourselves. Hashtag jacket around the world.
Thank you, Villain.
Thank you.
Man. And yeah, like Villain said, like the stream, y'all. We have like 520 people in here, but only 194 likes. We got dudes throwing money out, but not throwing likes. Throw the likes out, y'all.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Y'all making me sweat.
Yeah, it's getting hotter in here.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Together.
Nah, don't,
Yeah,
I
making
can't
me
start
sweat.
stripping because dudes throwing money now.
Oh my god. All right.
to work
Thank
this
you
in.
so much. Please relax. All right, Lionel, continue with the reader request.
Yeah, so I thought the same things Lawrence and Sebastian. Like I thought of other mega panels. I don't have much. I thought it was kind of funny, but I didn't really not kid for this. You know, it's just because like I mean we don't know the ins and outs in the whole story. Like this bull could have just came out of nowhere and he just like, oh, this bull's right behind me. I don't know. Like I'm trying to give kid the benefit of the doubt, but like but when people run from things and like doesn't necessarily mean like Luffy ran from Big Man at one point. Now he also tried to fight at the same time. So just like. So I don't really take certain things as like, concrete.
He wasn't Rennie then.
Who?
When Luffy ran from Big Mom.
No, but I'm talking about like he said I want to fight you, Big Mom, on Whole Cake. Then later on the same arc, he's running from Big Mom. So like I'm like,
Ain't no way.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna end it here because I don't really have a lot. Again, I do wish Kid to come back, but that's about it.
Yo. And Celestial Drive, he's just doing everything. He's doing
Him
donations.
again?
This wasn't Celestial again.
But no, he donated another gifted membership, I think.
Nah, I think he just upgraded to
Oh, okay.
Yonko. But we did get a $200
Yo, what is going
my
on?
super
God.
chat from Doc. It says, I promise I'm done, LOL.
I hope so.
They still won't let me gift memberships. With the sad emoji.
Bro.
Hit up one of the mods, but thank you.
Bro.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
this doesn't have to be supplementary to that.
I feel like I'm Kai Cenat right now. Like I'm on Mafia-thon asking for subs. Jesus, bro. Thank you so much. Brother. Thank you. I hope you keep your promise though. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say.
Doc, bro.
I don't know what to say. Doc, thank you. CD, thank you. Malik, thank you. Senor, thank you. Guys, all of the rest of the super chats we haven't read yet. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh man, you're gonna make me have an anxiety. All right. Jesus. All right, I guess it's my turn. So, after the Yamato cover story wrapped up, we started getting these reader requests again, right? At first, they felt random, harmless, like Oda was just having fun. But then this week happened, and I had a wait a minute moment. So I went back, and what I found. Yeah, this might not be random at all. So, chapter 1163. Luffy is out here doing parkour with white gibbon monkeys like he's starring in Animal Planet Gear 5 edition. Chapter 1169. Rox D. Xebec is casually posted up with his entire crew petting a tiger as if it's like a house cat. Chapter 1171. Zoro has cat ears on, a whole cat chilling on his head, and somehow still looks intimidating, right? They're just chilling. And then chapter 1174, Goldie Roger is feeding a T-Rex like it's a stray cat or dog outside of like the Oral Jackson. Now, here's where it gets funny. You know what all these guys have in common? Every single one of them is a Conqueror's hockey user, and every animal they're with is tamed. Calm, respectful. Basically, they're friends at this point. Then we get Eustace Kid, also a Conqueror's hockey user. And his animal, Seb, trying to turn him into a crushed soda can. So yeah, it turns out having Conqueror's hockey is one thing. Actually using it,
That's funny.
that's the difference between being a king and being chased Like you forgot to pay rent.
I thought you were gonna say being a king or being a kid.
That's a good one. Too.
that
was a good one too.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't beat that. That's because I did over on annual base. And like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
Yeah.
man.
that's your boy.
This is my boy. I stand off. I still kid gang, man, forever.
Yeah,
Kid
but
coming back, bro.
He running from these balls, man.
You know what's funny though?
well,
If you ask Sebastian pre-time skip, what do you thought of kid?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's good.
The
It's
switch
like,
up
yo,
is crazy.
yeah.
Yo,
Okay.
it is so crazy.
Okay, my issue pre-time skip was anybody giving him the amount of credit that Luffy was getting, because it was like, yo, bro, I don't care what you did in North Blue. All right, I don't care. You didn't do what Luffy had done to this point. All right, I said it. That was pre-time skip.
No.
What?
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, because I got.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
We got heat for you for that statement.
What?
Right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You got heat for that.
You
statement
contradict
right
yourself even more,
No,
right?
I didn't.
Yes, you
You're digging
did.
your own grave right now, bro.
Yeah,
Listen.
you really are.
Listen, he also kind of annoyed me pre-time skip. He just did. Post-time skip, again, I don't knock dudes for losing fights to dudes that are stronger than them. He fighting above his weight class and taking L's. I don't knock people for that. Lawrence's thing be he don't learn from those L's.
He don't.
I gotta accept that.
Or
He
his
don't.
wins. He don't be.
don't.
I'm sorry. He don't be learning at all.
But I don't know. I kind of feel, I don't want to say bad, but
my
oh my God. I feel like, yo, he's supposed to be this inverted, dark version of what could happen if you went the Luffy route, but you weren't taught the right lessons along the way, kind of a thing. And I feel
enough.
something for that.
Or strong enough. But
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody got the Pirate King's right hand teaching them how to throw some hockey at people, bro.
True, that's
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
That's
Like,
fair.
some people got to get out the mud for real, for real.
That, I mean, Law didn't
Some
have that
people
either.
didn't have the Pirate King's ward put a hat on their head either.
Law didn't have that either.
know what I
He
mean?
learned it in these streets.
And Law struggling just like him.
Yeah, but you saw how he.
And that's not true. Law had Doflamingo raising him. Taught him how to fight.
You know who raised kid?
Was it no Doflamingo?
Well, one, first of all, raised him for like when he was like he trained for like a year maybe.
He still taught him something. I'm saying Kid ain't have none of that.
Our knowledge.
Shout out to Kid, man. He gonna come back. He gonna tame that bull one day.
I'm only saying it because I'm not trying to get into it, but I'm only saying that because you literally just said before.
No, reiterate what he just said now. He said, right, that he was getting Luffy credit for stuff that Luffy's been doing that he has not doing, right? And what Sebastian's talking about was the fact that Kid had a higher bounty than
yeah.
Luffy at Djibouti. Luffy had 300 million. Kid had 315 million. And he was going crazy.
Well,
saying-
I thought Luffy's bounty was too low to start. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I did. I was like, yo, it should be higher than that.
Yeah.
hold on. Let them finish their point.
Yeah, so he was going crazy off that. But go ahead, Lionel.
The Master nigga, a couple times, me and Smash got heated debates and arguments while I'm at work. Like, I'm screaming in my shop, like, yo, I need to leave because me and him are going at it. And he literally told me, I said, okay, Sebastian, so you're telling me that Luffy had to fight Cat and learn observation, go through all that difficulty to get it, and fight Doflamingo or whatever to fight Cat, and blast him and all that stuff, and didn't even technically win against Cat. But to you, you believe Kid could just beat Cat. Just right now, Kid, no learning hockey, no learning future sight, none of that. He could just beat him. And Master's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, but you just said before, you're giving Luffy feats.
Yeah.
That's a Luffy feat, which Luffy had to grow and fight in. But Kid could just do that.
It's a matchup.
And we literally just discussed that what Luffy's learning during these fights, right? Kid's not learning before, during, or after.
Sebastian, Kid doesn't have to learn. He can just do it.
He can just
Hold on. In their base usage and I can't go into the advance, but in the just how the Devil Fruits work, Kid's Devil Fruit is technically just better than Luffy's. Technically. Until you get into Gear 5. The ability to manipulate magnetism is better than being rubber.
Even if you say that's true, I disagree. But if you say that's true, I'll say it this way. Is Kid utilizing it better than Luffy using his fruit? Because he's not.
Not really. But
Okay, then.
but he does have one specific move.
And that
move is pretty broken, bro.
Funny, and the Bachelor always argues. He says, "Kid got that one thing.
Yeah.
If he lands on it, the fight's over."
Yo.
Well, Law's like that, but it's even more beneficial for Law, and he could utilize it better than Kid. All that Kid got is like, if Kid lands via a sign, and Bachelor says, there's always gonna be a body of water there that's just gonna throw that person. That's Kid's only win. Aside and throw that person in water. That's it.
But Sebastian's forgetting, right, that we saw dynamics of when Kid is facing a future sight user, how it's gonna go. Yes, I know.
thank you.
I know for a fact that Cat is not as strong as Shanks. We know this, right? But what would be the difference? If Shanks saw future sight happen, what Kid was gonna do and shut it down. Cat's a future sight user. He's gonna see what Kid's gonna do and then shut it down. Why would it be any different? That's what I don't understand.
And it's crazy. We seen Cat in his fight with Luffy adapt to Luffy's future sight and fight. Like, Cat adapts. He thinks he's a intelligent fighter. Kid is none of that, and you still say he got it. It's just like, bro, I just don't understand.
Yeah, they're bodying you.
And then we also saw Cat
fight back.
And then also we also saw that
Kid,
time.
fight back.
Stop. We also saw Cat overpower Luffy's hockey. We saw Kid no hockey at all. So again, what are these attacks that's gonna do to get through Cat? Because one, Kid has nothing that's gonna overpower Luffy's hockey.
Yeah.
We saw Cat at that time overpower Luffy's hockey. So what is Kid gonna do?
And it's funny, and that's if he lands those attacks.
Yo,
Like, I don't understand,
I'm gonna just
bro.
say it for you, bro. All right, I'm gonna just do it.
I don't understand.
I just know so.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna do it for you, bro.
Listen, Cat.
You ain't gotta say nothing else.
He don't
bro.
hit hard enough, bro.
But that was a great segment. Also, Roy Boy Stokes with the 50 gifted memberships. Oh my God. Please, everybody say thank you to our boy. You know Roy Boy has been doing it for a long time now. So, Roy Boy, thank you so much, brother. Celestial Donkey with another 20 top gifted memberships. Bro, you do so much, man. In one stream, you won't show up for like 20 episodes. You'll come through one episode and just go crazy. Thank you so much. Seriously. And then the FedEx guy with the 50 says, every time Chopper flips a giant, the symbol around the giant looks like the same sun symbol the monster is holding in the mural. I wonder if every flip shows the symbol or just Chopper. Hashtag stay getting topped. That is, you guys are so funny. That's actually a good point. We're probably gonna bring that up in our description of it, and Sebastian's looking at it now. So it is very interesting that you're saying that. It's very interesting. So thank you so much. Oh my God, there's so many donos. I guess let's go over two super. We have time for 3. I'm gonna be real, because all these big ones have taken up a lot.
I'm trying to think where we at, because it's not showing everything for me. You read all the big ones, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember where we were at.
Yeah.
All right, bet. All right. Did I read this? I don't remember. Shout out to David E. Oaks if I didn't.
David E. Oaks with the 5.
We got another
Thank
5 from Xavier O'Dilly. It says, what are your thoughts about the Devil Fruit users clashing with the Domi Reversi Devil for why Loki and Luffy were immune to Domi Reversi and the Choppa slap cure?
We're gonna get into that actually, so just please wait a little bit. It's in the chapter. We're gonna go over it.
Definitely stick around, Xavier.
Yeah.
Another 28 months at Nakam Status.
Thank you so much.
Goatman Tees, 28 months is crazy. It says, I know what you did, devil emoji. Hashtag Seb, when I catch you, Seb. Hey, Marv. Yo, it wasn't me, Tees. It wasn't me. I ain't vote you out, bruh. I didn't vote you out as Survivor, dog. I don't know why y'all haven't voted me out yet, but I appreciate it. But it wasn't me. But if I saw correctly, you won the Survivor the Exile Challenge, and you're back in the game. So lock in, bro. Lock in. It's a new game.
Let's do one more.
Another 26 months from our boy at Yonko Status, Roy Boy Stokes. It says 26 with the goats. Much love to y'all and all the Nakama. What is the funniest moment for y'all from the pod or DDT? For me, it's always Shin with that chicken leg. Hashtag like the stream. Hashtag Marv the Goat. Hashtag bang bang buggy gang. Thank you, Roy Boy.
There's so many memories popping in my head.
There's a lot, bro.
The one thing I could think about is when Sebastian said That's my bike.
Yo, I saw that today too.
That was probably the funniest the hardest I've ever laughed on the pod. Oh, no. I have an even better one. It's Lawrence. When Lawrence made that Fujitora joke.
Yeah.
You remember the Fujitora joke?
Man, I remember thinking he's wild for saying that.
I
but
forgot
don't
exactly
remember
what he said.
I remember.
But it had us crying for like 15
You know what he
minutes.
said?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I didn't see you there. Or something like that. Something like that. 'Cause he's
Oh
blind.
my bad, I didn't see you. About when he was calling down meteorites, hitting his own Marines.
It was so funny. That was the funniest. I think that was the funniest moment on the podcast
There's
for sure.
so many, bro. I have a folder that says like TOPT like out of context or whatever. And Yabi, you specifically, wow. We had one, somebody was just like, they said something about Latinas or whatever. And I was like, yeah, we don't discriminate on this podcast. And you were like, yeah, nah. And then you were like, eh.
I remember that. Bro.
Like, what?
The funniest DDT moment happens to be when Seb was getting his heat fixed. By that Spanish guy.
My guy came during the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny, bro. Because it was at the height of like real world conflicts
Oh my God,
with
bro.
specific people.
Oh my God.
And it was just so funny. But,
This is a lot. The
yeah.
Birdman stuff with Lawrence was so funny.
I've also said one too. Remember when they met with Ja Rule or whatever the.
Oh yeah.
And he said it's murder, and we thought of Ja Rule. Remember that one?
I don't.
You
I
don't
don't remember that.
It's I remember it. It was when I was I thought of when Yarul has to tell everyone that Harold got packed, right?
Yeah.
I said because his name is Yarul. They said is murder to tell everyone what happened to Yarul.
Oh man, just recently though, Lionel saying it kind of was a 90. I know I crashed out in the moment, but watching that back is so funny.
Yeah.
Because Larry's reaction is just like he throws the he throws his phone and just leaves. And then I'm like, I like type in the vote and I'm just like, no. It's so funny.
Actually, we
bro.
should redo it. We should.
Oh, we should?
Oh, really?
That's crazy.
Is Lawrence gonna follow the
We
100-point system?
Are you gonna come
make
up-
a list?
Yeah.
I made a list, but
No,
I
you
couldn't- I
didn't make a list.
I
Lionel.
messed up.
You just grabbed a bunch of people you thought would be in the list.
He said we
Bro
should
had a
redo
month
it.
to do it.
We should redo it, bro.
Anyway, guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please
Oh, man.
like the stream. We're gonna get back into the chapter. It's the first part of it, which is crazy. We're already 48 minutes into the show. So, if you sent a super chat, please just be a little bit patient with us.
Yeah, we did get another 50 gifted from the FedEx guy.
Oh my god,
FedEx guy dropping
bro.
off 50s.
FedEx guy.
Bruh.
If you work at FedEx, I know you getting paid, but you work pretty darn hard at your job. So please relax. It's okay. Thank you so much.
Wow, bro.
So much love to all of you for supporting us.
I know how uncomfortable Larry is right now. It's so funny.
I am, bro. It's making me sweat, bro. I got mad sweat under my arms,
It's so
bro.
funny to me.
All right. Anyway, the chapter opens with the Sanji pirates still holding it down
He said Sanji.
against St. Killingham. Luffy pulls up yelling, "Hey guys!" and immediately gets Nami's attention, mostly because he's carrying Brook and Usopp. Luffy sets them down and tells the crew to take care of them. Everyone starts asking what happened. Frankie even offers backup, but Luffy, clearly pissed, turns and says he'll call for help if he needs it. For now, everyone needs to keep their distance. Loki's about to get reckless, and Sanji's kind of shocked because Luffy's saying someone else is reckless. Meanwhile, Loki, still in his Nidhogg form, starts charging up his Thorheim attack at Gunko. That's when Imu begins speaking through Gunko, revealing that years ago, a mysterious giant ship was spotted at sea, led by a captain larger than the rest, cloaked in mist, striking only world government targets without ever being seen. Loki fires Thorheim, but Imu casually flies above it like, nice try, and keeps talking, connecting that story to rumors of a massive flying creature. The dots are starting to connect. Loki's confused, looking around, realizing Gunko's escaped, complaining she's too small to track. Meanwhile, Luffy locks in. He spots Emu and declares they're about to pay for what they did to Usopp and Brook. But right as Luffy closes in, Gunko's body suddenly starts glitching out. A dark figure bursts out of her. Luffy literally does the cartoon eye pop, staring up as Emu fully emerges and begins taking form. Emu then states, "If thou wouldest vanished off the face of the earth as rocks did." Diabolical covenant. Black tendrils emerge, piercing through transmutation circles in the air and stabbing into both Luffy and Loki. Emu continues, "In exchange for a portion of thy lifespan, I will grant ye greater strength, and in return, ye shall hate one another. Domi reversi." A heartbeat echoes, but Luffy and Loki immediately tear the tendrils out without hesitation. Luffy notes that the attack had little effect while Loki expresses irritation, telling Emu to release him and questioning the mention of Rock's Xebec. Emu internally begins to respond, "As I suspected, ye are both," but before finishing the thought, Luffy attacks, coating his fist with Haki hardening and unleashing Dawn Gatling, striking Emu repeatedly. At the same time, Loki returns to human form as his weapon normalizes and follows up with Nibelheim, freezing both Emu and Gunko in place. Luffy expresses surprise at Loki's technique, but also frustration at not landing more hits, reverting to his older form mid-complaint. Loki dismisses the concern, stating that he does not know who is inside the ice and that this was simply the most efficient way to resolve the situation. He also notes that his larger form was not practical. This concludes part 1 of the chapter. So, let's begin with Lionel thoughts, and then we'll go around the table.
Yeah, I don't really have much at the beginning of what Frankie and Luffy, so I'm gonna skip that. But I was gonna go to what Loki was doing. I find it kind of interesting that Oda had, not Oda, but Loki was pretty much doing the reverse of what Harold was doing. Like they were both, like I guess I don't know what because we only heard about this mist thing during Harold's time, and now it's happening again with Loki. I wonder if it's the same area or like what's up with like, you know, why is there mist and them like hiding in it and them attacking? This is just circumstantial. Like I don't know.
I thought it was the Florian Triangle. Am I bugging?
I don't know because I'm looking like because I don't know how long Harold was doing it, but I know Loki's been out in the sea for like 8 years. So that's just like were you just in that area for the whole time? And like, or like, because we all thought he probably went to, what's up?
Is it not the Florian Triangle?
I don't know. Did they say it in the Harold?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
You remember it, Law? Because this is the only white veil mist type thing. All right, anyway.
That would be only like they're only attacking in that region, though.
That's what I'm saying, like.
Right?
I don't know. I thought it was the Florian Triangle the entire time.
I got to go back and read the Herald chapter because I really don't remember.
I believe that Loki or they're able to make that mist to cover themselves. How Harold was doing it, I don't know. But I kind of believe that Loki was able to make them mist somehow.
How?
That sounds like, yeah, how would he do
That's why I'm like, yo, this has to be the Florian Triangle.
It makes sense, but.
It could be that because I'm thinking the reason why I say how, he's able to make, lightning and snow, right?
Yeah, I mean, Loki, yeah. It's the Herald piece that I'm like, I don't know how.
Yeah,
he
Harold, I don't
do
know.
that.
Harold, I don't know.
I mean, Harold could have been in the Florian Triangle, then Loki not. Because, like, my mostly thinking, like, Loki's attacking, government ships, which he figured what a government ship is. Because, like, for you being in Elbaf for so long and the lack of, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know how much information. I'm not saying Elbaf is like Wano, but I don't know how much information from the outside world is coming to Elbaf. So Loki would have to figure out, all right, who these people really are that took our rocks and took out his father and all that other stuff.
Because it mentions right here, Emu's saying they shrouded themselves in deep mist. Not that they hid in like the mist that was already there. It's kind of seems they did it on purpose, like purposeful. That's something in Loki probably created it somehow. Maybe it could be like somehow using the cloud technology from Elbaf. I don't know.
But this also made me think of like Okay, again, if he's taking government ships, and there's probably more to it, obviously, than what Emo was saying, because some of these are just rumors, because he was not there. He was just hearing word or getting information from his sources. But I'm thinking of, this goes into the question. This begs the question again, why did Shanks fight Loki? But I think we might get similar, like not similar, but we might get got a reason why he did it, as in what Loki's doing now and later in the later chapter. Because people, you know, like the whole kid thing, how like you're attacking, but you're attacking government ships is affecting other people, and you seem like you don't care about it. Like that's the only logical explanation for me for maybe Shanks attacking. Look, because again, you go, oh, the Gorsei told Shanks to do it. Shanks is a pirate. He's not with the government anymore. He lost his arm. He disconnected himself with them. So why did Shanks attack Loki? The only reason I can think of, the logical reason of knowing who Shanks is, that Loki's attacking government ships, but he's wreaking havoc in other civilian areas, or even like hurting other people. Like the whole thing, like Kid thing. Now how Kid is like attacking people, but he did so more civilians. That's when his bounty was higher than Luffy's, because Luffy just attacks, you know, his main people, his enemies. Kid doesn't care. I attack a pirate marine. And whoever civilians are involved, the casualties, I don't care about. That has nothing to do with me. Loki kind of gives off that vibes, especially when we're seeing when we're seeing the chapter, that he's probably hurting and affecting other people and not really caring, because again, they're humans. He doesn't really care that much about Outbath because of what's going on. How much more so of humans that he even already looks down on. That's the only reason for me that why would Shanks take out Loki and like defeat him? Because we still don't know why. That's the only reason for me. Unless you guys got something.
It's Lola, man.
What? That has nothing to do with Shanks.
Over Lola, man.
Saying that's Shanks' girl too? Stop.
She loves Shanks, man.
That's stupid. But
that's nothing to do with a government ship. Though.
Yeah,
That's like nothing at all.
I don't know. Well, what else? I was gonna. What else you got? Okay. I'm gonna jump to what Emo was saying. I'm just gonna leave it as what Emo said because I don't know. But this actually goes into what I was thinking before, especially with the. Again, I don't want to get too far in, but like, especially the view of what's happening in the last panel of the chapter, goes into what I thought so before. That I don't know how we thought about it or if we liked it or not, but like, and it also explains why the big hitters who are stronger than Luffy, stronger than Loki, Rocks, Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, and Roger and Garp, all their attacks didn't hurt Emu. It goes into like, that's what I thought of like the whole Doflamingo thing. The Doflamingo's Spider clone and Gecko Warrior's Shadow thing that. And this is like, it's genius, but also like, not cowardly, but like, it's kind of like, you're wasting all your energy fighting this Emo. Because all your attacks are just not going to hurt him. Because he's an intangible, weird substance that it just doesn't affect him. Because he's not the real body. He's not the real person. This is just his ability that's making why. Because I'm thinking, I understand Emo's strong, whatever, but I'm thinking, all those heads attacking him at one time and not affecting him, to me, it's like, that's too ridiculously insane of a power-up or whatever for you not to get hurt by that. And we're seeing it again. Now we're seeing, the later panel that Emo's talking about, I don't want to get into it, but like, people read already, but like, this confirmed to me, like, all right, somehow Emo's able to generate some type of power source from this. Like, I guess like Doflamingo's like clone, that he's able to do like some type of his abilities. Long distance, right? This is crazy long distance. But still, like, he could fight you almost, I don't say 100%, but a good portion of you and take you out or do whatever, yet he won't get the damage effects because his physical body's not there. And that's like, that to me is insane. Like, so I wonder how, I want to go into, I want to jump ahead, but like, that's what I thought. Like, this to me, I wasn't sure, but seeing this chapter, this confirmed, like, Emo was able to take part of himself and transfer his power and some of his power and utilize it in a fight, but still won't get affected by the damage because his person's not actually there. This right here in the later panel confirmed it for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it also makes sense. You got to when he just froze them, right? Mm-hmm. I think that's it, because I don't think I really have anything else there, because I don't think it was just like later on.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Long?
Luffy running back to them and carrying Usopp and Brook away from them for safety to them, right? and then this question was going on. It makes you laugh because like Frankie's response. I don't know if you guys noticed. Not as a running trend with them, but this is like the same time where we saw in Wano where Zoro's fighting Albert, right? And then it happens. He runs into Frankie. Frankie goes, "Oh, you need backup? You want some help?" Like pretty much. And then similar thing, Zoro tells him no. So every time it's like funny, you notice that Frankie sees Luffy or Zoro battling someone and they're strong. He's always like willing to offer help, and they're always kind of like, "Nah, I got this, bro." Like,
he did it a little bit with
Lobby,
Lucy.
Yeah.
But he couldn't, like, remember when he tried?
It was more serious.
Because he got messed up when he actually tried to do it.
Exactly. So like, but he still keeps trying to do it anyway. But
He's like, yo, I'm on that AG1.
I got. Oh yeah, because the cola.
Try this cola.
But I'm noticing that thing with Frankie. But he's always trying to think, even though he's like above his weight class, so to speak, because you know Luffy, Zoro, and them are stronger than him, right? And they're battling people potentially even stronger than them at that time or whatever, you know. But he's still down, right? And then it's funny how like Saji's pointing out like coming this from you, you're like the most reckless guy I know. And you're saying someone's gonna get reckless, like, you know, probably thinking, all right, you have these two who are both gonna get reckless. It's about to be crazy on that side, right? And for excuse me, sorry, right? For Lana, for your statement here, I was burping. Sorry. For your statement here, I thought of something. So I actually thought about the timeline, but it doesn't add up. But I do want to add, right? Because you mentioned if Loki's only attacking government ships, right? Because this is what Emo's saying. Like, yo, there's this giant figure, whatever, only attacking government ships. And guess like, all right, we know it's you now because you're fitting that profile, connecting the dots, right? But was Loki the only one attacking government ships? Remember, Shanks also attacked government ships, right? For the gum fruit, right? But the timeline doesn't add up, as in, because when Shanks fought Loki, he was 33, right? And then when he got the gum fruit was before he was 27.
Yeah.
So that time, so that timeline doesn't add up. But I made me think also, is that the only time Shanks attacked the government ship, right? Because I'm like, all right, if he attacked this ship here for the gum fruit, right? How Shanks knew about it, we don't know, right? But what if there's something else that Shanks wanted on his government ship, and he sees Loki targeting it, and he was just like, "Nah, that's mine." Like the gum right? Mm-hmm. Going the problem is that, you know, it was so obviously it's not the gum but maybe it was something else that Shanks wanted. So they kind of conflicted because Pirates is like, "Yo, this is my treasure" or whatever. So they'll battle over it. Like we saw what Roger and Garp. It says, leave all your things and, like, you know, go. Like, they battle for treasure. So it made me think, if Shanks was targeting government ships before, too, as well, but, you know, he got what he wanted, but I don't think that was the only one. But Loki's doing it for revenge. But what if, like, Loki's revenge in a way, he got of what Shanks wanted from that government ship, so they battled for it, and then Shanks ended up winning. I just thought that, you know? Like, I thought it would have been dope if it was for the gum fruit, like, unknowingly Loki's battling ship, and, like, Shanks is like, wait, no, the gum fruit's on there? You know, I got to stop Loki from destroying the ship because the fruit's there, but it doesn't add up. I thought it would have been cool. I thought I got something, but it doesn't line up, right? But it just made me think of that. It could have been just over, like, whatever goal-wise, what he wanted or why they crashed out. If that was the reason why they battled in the first place.
No, man.
I'm trying to figure out why the timelines wouldn't match up there. That would be why it's not when they fought for the final time, but they could have fought before that.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
It could have been, and maybe it was a rematch. It could have been, but I'm just saying, for example, the time where he ended up losing on Elbath, Shanks already got the gum fruit because he was like before 27 when he got it, he was 33 when he fought Loki. So it's like
that could be why they fought too, though. Like you were just saying, like Shanks got the gum fruit, and if Loki knows what it is. And, like, it's something Rox wanted this whole time. Like, it could be something he was targeting.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That'll be interesting. Like, so I tied that factor into there. Like, I thought that was interesting. We'll find out, I guess, maybe what happened with that dynamic there. Right? And, so we can have so many theories here. I don't know what to call the make of this right here. Like, for example, we see Emu kind of unleashing himself, similar to how he looked with Saturn at that time in God Valley, to try and reverse Luffy and Loki.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. I forgot.
What happened?
No, I was gonna say, like, I know the whole theory that people thought, like, you know, it's just funny, it just happenstance. But going to Emu's comment, it's more than that. But all the people who got Diamond Reversal are not ability users. And the one time he tries to diversity to ability users, it doesn't work. So people might think, oh, we're right. But like going off what Emo just said, no, he's applying there's something more to why that didn't work between these specific two than them being ability users. But I just thought it's funny that it happened though. Like the first time we see somebody get diversity try to, and their ability users didn't work. I just like it's just funny how that happened.
No, yeah, actually I was gonna bring that up, right? Because I know, like I said, people think about ability wise, but also too, right? I think it's more like, especially because that's what Emo says, as expected, right? Because like if he knew, oh, these abilities don't work already, it's like you wouldn't have tried or whatever. It's like, but also too, because I'm thinking, all right, we know Diamondversity is also different from the Covenants, right? Yeah. But they're both Emu's power and they come from Emu. If they both don't collect that much, but we have Somers, who's an ability user, but he's also under the Covenant with Emu. So it's like, if they didn't mash up that much, why would the Covenant work but not Diamondversity? You know?
But that's how I thought so too, but I thought like the difference is because they are, I don't like using it, but like they're like giving their souls in a way to Emo. They're making a contract. Like it's like, again, I don't want to say it's like selling your soul to the devil. Like that's what pretty much they're doing. So it's like a weird it's different. Well, they're willingly doing it. Diamondversity is like it's more of a force. Like he's somehow doing it and able to force you to do it. Or the Covenant's like, again, you're making an agreement. You're both in line in agreement with each other. So that's what like somehow it cancels each other out. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But before I end my turn, I just want to add, I'm just curious, right? Because Emu's statement here, after he tries and it fails, right? And it seems has no effect at all. It wasn't like a battle where like they whatever. It was just like as expected. They both are, right? Both are, yeah. But the thing is, I want to know, is it just the fruit? Because to me, it doesn't make me think of, because you clearly see that this is Nika, and you clearly see this Nimhak. Like, you named them, right? Yet you tried anyway. So I wonder, so it makes, from that statement there, that fact, it doesn't seem like the fruit solely was the factor here, because you knew what you were facing underneath, you know? But you still try with it being Nika or Nimhak, right? But then you tried, it doesn't work, but you're saying these both are. So it's like, is it like they're harmony with the fruit, they're sync with the fruit? But to me, the way Emu's saying it, it's more like them as a person, I guess, with the fruit, than so much, the fruit itself just didn't work on them, because he still tried. He saw that it was Nika. He said it last chapter. This battle is going to divide the worlds between us, you know? But you still try to do it. And as expected. It's like, unless you're just trying anyway. But to me, it's like, no, something about them. Because also, too, I go back to that statement when he goes into, like, when he talked about Davy and Joy Boy. He says, people of their like will not come again, right? So now, to me, that also tells that there's 3 big enemies from Emu, like in that category. I guess like Joy Boy, Davy, and I guess Nimhak. You know, are the. You guess you could add Ragnar, but I feel like that's kind of in conjunction with Nimhak. You know, but those are, I guess, Emu's people like that, or big inherited wills like that, are Emu's biggest ops, so to speak. You know, because those are the ones he's, I guess, looks out for the most. You know, because we already know we got named Joy Boy and Davy. We know that Joy Boy had the Nika fruit, right? And then Davy's is his own beast and monster for Emu. But we know Nimhag was something else. So we know that those 3 there. But yeah, besides from that, he froze him. Yeah, I don't really have much for now. Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
done.
Seb, each one?
Yeah. I mean, Lawrence and Lionel kind of highlighted a lot of what I was going to say. But I just, some of my notes here. Frankie and Sanji doing the same pose and stepping on Killingham was funny to me. They're just like doing the Captain Morgan. Like, I thought that was funny. As Lionel mentioned, it is interesting that Loki seems to have taken a similar approach to his father Harold and sinking the ships hidden in the shadows. I was trying to figure out whether it was the Florian Triangle after Larry brought it up. Is it?
So, young Vito, he's usually has some correct advice. So I went back and I checked, and it's chapter 1167 on page 2. And it's just a bunch of people talking about, like, Harold and this, you know, this figure. They don't know it is Harold, but it's destroying ships, even like regular pirate ships. And the news reporter says, and did this event take place in the Florian Triangle? And the captain says, not even close. You think there's any fish worth catching out there? We don't go near it.
So it's not the Florian Triangle.
It confirms it's not the Florian Triangle, basically.
Okay. All right, listen, I didn't know. But the difference is it's inverted. Like he's sinking pirate ships. Harold was sinking pirate ships. He's sinking world government ships. I was wondering if he'd ever gotten further than that. I did think of the Shanks thing that you brought up, Lawrence, in terms of like whether he was trying to go after specific things in government ships or not. Seemingly, I don't know. I feel like Loki isn't the type to have that much restraint. You know, so I'm wondering why he only attacked the ships and didn't go a little further, like go up to the red line,
Right.
do his thing in that way, especially with the fruit that he has. Like he can seemingly fly up there if need be. So I'm wondering if there was something that he had to be restrained for that reason, or if it's just a plot point that Oda is going to wait to express later. I did love that Loki got right into the action against Emu, like immediately, like I don't care. He saw the last chapter, it was like, it's up. Like, you're the person the hockey's coming from. Immediately start using the lightning. He keeps spamming this lightning. It's not as effective as he wants it to be. It's kind of funny. Like, it went from, like, the Haxus thing ever when we first saw it to, like, it hasn't worked the 4 times we've seen it since, essentially. His size in that form does seem to be a bit of a burden for him when fighting smaller opponents that are nimble. So, like, somebody like Gunko or Emu, more specifically, who can fly and move around in the sky, like, he might have a more difficult time fighting in that mode. It makes me think, when are we getting that hybrid form? Like, what does the hybrid form of this look like then? If you're having this issue as you're too big? And he mentions it again a little later. Like,
it kind of looked like he didn't know hybrid form
yeah,
for a second.
I was like,
Yeah, because he didn't do it.
yeah, I was like,
He went straight into human form.
I thought he would. Like, as
I
a
thought
result,
he did. I thought he would too.
I was like, yeah, as a result of this, like, you're thinking, like, okay, in this moment, she's too nimble, she's moving around, hard target. Maybe revert to your hybrid form and see what that looks like. You'll probably stuff wings. I guess we'll see. I doubt that there won't be a hybrid form for this, but at the same time, based off what the fruit is, I'm like, is there a hybrid form for this? Like,
also,
the
that's
fruit
a good
itself
question.
is like,
That's a
this
good
is what
question.
it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But even if he went hybrid, he also could be too big in his hybrid form.
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe.
That's true too.
It got me thinking about what the awakened version of the fruit is. Like, is it you're able to control the size? Is that even a benefit? I guess it would be for him.
Because you could, I think it would be better if you. Because I'm waiting for Loki to somehow shrink. Some way or the other.
I guess we'll see.
Why would you want him to shrink?
Pause.
I mean, just for convenience sake.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he be. See how you want to say it? That sounded crazy.
If you should,
I don't know what you want to
wait,
say.
too big?
He did his dragon form. I'm done. Okay, so Lawrence talked about it a bit already. What is the reason Dami Reversi didn't work on Luffy and Loki? So I try to use the process of elimination to determine what the reason is. Because it's not Kakurasaki, because it worked on rocks. It's not being a D-Clan member, because it worked on rocks. I think you can debunk the homeland theory thing, because it didn't work on Loki here.
Oh, thank God.
Because obviously rocks is homeland.
Thank God.
Whatever. It didn't work on Loki here. So right now, the leading case, I think that everybody has kind of gravitated towards, and the online community is saying, is that because they have devil fruits. I don't think it's that simple. I think Lawrence is saying that as well. Like, it shouldn't be, because Emu seemingly had the ability to use this for a very long time. You've never tried to use it on devil fruit user, and like this will be the first. Is you confirming that it doesn't do that?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Like, he shouldn't have. In my opinion, he wouldn't have tried to do it at all if that was the case. Now, beyond that, I think maybe there's a thought process around awakened devil fruit users.
I thought that
potentially.
too.
Because if you can use it on devil fruit users, yeah, but it's like, okay, they're awakened as expected because he's using the Nika fruit now, whatever. I didn't like that either, but it's the only real answer, because people have brought up, and people super chat, I think it was Xavier O'Dilly earlier, talked about Jabra's statement about the devil inside the person not being able to mesh with the Diamond Reversi devil trying to take over the body. And Oda's like put that out there so long ago. I don't know if it's going to be reiterated as the thing, as the reason, because even then it was like dismissed as like rumors or just hearsay or whatever. Maybe it's the case, but like I don't think it's that simple. Like, it shouldn't be that simple. I was talking to one of our mods, Chris, after reading the chapter, and we were talking about maybe it's these two fruits specifically, but I don't know if I like that either. Because why are these fruits specifically countering what seemingly is a devil fruit for Emu? Like, why would that be the case? Like, unless they were dreamed up or imagined up or wished for as a direct result of Emu's fruit.
Yeah.
Like this fruit that Emu's utilizing is dominating the world, and I'm dreaming of something to counter it specifically. That would be the one like potential tie-in. You know what I mean? What's up?
I like that only because it kind like if you look at the Enel thing, it like foreshadowed it.
Right.
Like
The
Luffy's
natural
the
enemy.
direct natural enemy direct counter to Enel, who's like again Enel foreshadowed just like Doflamingo, Emu. How this ability, Luffy's actual ability, real ability, is the direct counter to Emu's. I do I do like that.
Yeah, I had that next. I had that and Rocinante's words about the D clan being this natural counter. I'm like, if we're going back to Devil Fruits, it's a Nell, and that would be the foreshadowing there. So I am curious to know what the answer is. Right now, a lot of the community is going towards Devil Fruits. I don't want it to be that simple. I think it should be something more specific to the Nidhogg and the Nika fruit. What that is exactly, I don't know. Again, maybe it's just Awakened Fruits. Maybe it's these two fruits specifically because they have some origin tied to whatever Emu has going on. I don't have too much more. I'll say Loki be on Rocks' nuts the same way Luffy be on Shanks' nuts. So whatever. He keeps mentioning how his targets is too small. Listen, he mentioned Rocks and he was like, "You said Rocks." I was like, "Yo, he gone, man. He gone." Anyway,
I feel like this is understandable in his case, though.
And he wants to know what happened, bro.
And I just want to call out the hypocrisy for a second.
me?
Oh yeah, because you're like, yo, I hate glazers. And then anytime Blackbeard come up,
I don't glaze.
there's a
I
huge
don't
glaze on Blackbeard.
I don't glaze Blackbeard.
You are the equivalent of Luffy and Loki to the.
I've outright called Blackbeard on this podcast.
No, it's okay.
On several occasions.
You can call
I
that.
don't glaze Blackbeard. I don't. Y'all swear I do. I don't. I just think he's stronger than y'all think he
Can
is.
you put up the poll in the live chat?
Whether I glaze Blackbeard,
Nah, bro, you do.
Yeah.
I just scale him accurately. At least in my
Accurately?
opinion.
Nah.
No, I think you should put up the poll.
I'll put it up.
Yeah, bro. Do you have anything else to say?
Hold on.
Okay,
I can't do both, bro.
I did question like why did Emo
I'll
bring
do it
up
for you.
Rocks?
I think I can do it.
You heard?
Oh, that's... Yeah? You don't get it?
No, like, huh?
You don't get it?
Like of all the people, he brought Rocks specifically instead of others that he also
It's not helping me if I do that, bro.
Right.
All right. Anyway, Loki kept mentioning how his target moving too small to fight effectively or whatever. It tells me that in the end game, if Loki makes it to the end game, I'm assuming he does, there will be a larger opponent for him in the end. Whether it's the red line itself or something else, he should have a means to use this ability in this full dragon size and
makes
form.
sense.
Like that, it shouldn't be hindered in this way, or have to come up with a way to overcome it.
Whatever that dark figure was in the One Piece mural at the end. Yeah.
Loki telling Luffy to look out was pretty cool to me. I also really liked Ratatosker's face on Ragnar for that brief moment. I don't know if you guys saw that. I thought that was
did.
cool. And then Loki freezing Emu didn't surprise me. I figured he might use that ability. Emu not having a counter surprised me.
Yeah.
I was like, and we can get deeper into it later, but I was like, I didn't think that would be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of wild to me.
And it's weird because I just told Lawrence, I found it interesting that other times when we saw other Conqueror's users get frozen, they broke out of it. And Emu, and I said, yo, Conquerors, and I was saying, yo, Conquerors can't get frozen. Emu, you're just shooting down that thing completely now.
But it's not really
not
his
him.
body.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not-
not-
But didn't he also
Emu.
put out Conquerors in Gunko's ability?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he could still use it.
Yeah.
We can get into that later. I think there's
I have
a choice.
a crazy theory as to why.
Oh, this is
though.
where your theory comes in.
Yeah.
Okay. To me, this is a choice that he's making personally, or Emu's making.
You think so?
Yeah, but
Because
yeah,
also, I think for a lot of the frozen parts, I think they kind of protect themselves right before, like what he said on Marineford War. Did the ice sort of reach like inside? You know, I kind of feel like they do something with their hockey that prevent it from the ice only being surface level and then just breaking out of it. Where Emo, he's looking like freaking Kaido out here, just letting himself get attacked, getting hit. So.
That's essentially all I have for that part of the chapter. So,
All right. I had this whole thing written out about the Florian Triangle.
You didn't go back and look at that page?
I didn't realize that was I forgot about that. So I was about to start saying like how the Florian Triangle was like the Waffle House of like One Piece.
Come settle your beef, right?
Yeah, like everybody goes there and you just get into random acts of violence.
Whoever comes out, that's the winner.
I was connecting it where like I did so much and turned out that was all wasted time. That's what being a scholar of One Piece does to you. But I'll just get to my next point. So I think Emu is one of the most ridiculous characters of One Piece. For someone with seemingly unlimited power, near immortality, and endless resources, you'd think that they would have figured out that Loki and the Nidhogg dragon are an Elbaf. I mean, Emu even tells us directly that they were searching for the Nidhogg Devil Fruit. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, they heard a rumor about a ship of giants spotted at sea with a captain who was enormous. If you see there's a giant bigger than normal, then that already points to an ancient giant still existing.
Yeah.
The only other person was like Orange Jr.
For Watatsumi. But
Yeah, he in water. Like, you don't care about fishermen, right? Yeah, these giants were hiding in this mist and only attacking world government ships. Why not send an admiral to investigate whether Elbaf warriors, along with an ancient giant, were rebelling? Like, at any point. This captain could possibly be King Harold's kid, if he had one. And if there were simultaneous rumors of a massive flying creature, it's like all these pieces were there. You could also see the world war coming, and no Elbaf would have to eventually play a role. Mm-hmm. That's why you are trying to obtain their loyalty now. But Emu completely ignores these signs. Even after Harold's defeat, they seem genuinely shocked that someone could defeat him. I mean, despite having the Depths Covenant. Honestly, it makes Emu feel wildly airheaded. Like, what are you doing? And I guess even the most powerful villains in One Piece are still just going to bad guy, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, bad guys are going to bad guys. All right. I need to get this off my chest because I've been hearing, like I said earlier, the nonsense of the last previous DDT about Rox and Roger. I keep hearing this argument, you know, that none of the great pirates, Big Mom, Shiki, Whitebeard, and Kaido, they never mentioned Rox, right? Not his name, and only ever brought up Rogers, which supposedly proves Roger is better than Rox. I'm here to completely dismantle that truth. If all these big name pirates respected Roger so much that they only mentioned him, what does it say? What does it mean when Emu, someone whose power and knowledge are unmatched, mentions Rox but never Roger? From what we know, Emu has only mentioned Davy D. Jones, Joy Boy, and Rox D. Xebec. And let's not forget, Rox was completely erased from history because of taboos, while Roger found the One Piece, became king of the pirates, and was given a platform to speak to the masses. Narratively, Emu is arguably the greatest figure aside from Joy Boy. Yet he brings up Rox with respect despite Rox's name being erased. Meanwhile, Shiki, Kaido, Whitebeard, and Big Mom only mention Roger for reasons Emu doesn't even seem to care about as much as Rox's actions. Lawrence. So, to put this in perspective, the reason the Rox Pirates didn't acknowledge Rox the same way they did Roger was because they thought he had betrayed them at God Valley. Remember, Kaido confronts him saying, "Hey, Rox, what are you doing?" before Rox slams him against the mountain. Big Mom attacks him yelling, "Damn you, Rox, are you turning on your own people?" And Whitebeard, before clashing with Rox, asks him, "Is that all we are to you, Rox? Impediments? Meaning obstacles, things that slow your progress?" This shows that Rox's strongest crewmates cared deeply about him, and they thought they meant more to him than most give credit for. But no matter what, people always downplay Rox to fit the narrative they want to push. So, I don't know.
You want me to say something? Because I got a rebuttal for that.
You can rebuttal whatever you want, bro.
Okay, so I'm going to start by asking this question and answering Lionel's question at the same time. Because Lionel asked why Emu mentioned Rox, right? Like, that's what you asked, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
So it goes to the question: who vanished? Was it Roger or was it Rox?
Rocks.
Right. So no one even kind of knows who Rox is at this point. Emu kind of wants that for Nika and Nimhak. He wants them to vanish and no one knows who they are, not their will being carried on. Roger didn't vanish. Everyone knows this. He became king of the pirates. Like we've talked about before, Roger, anyway, since he lived and everything, he became so great that you couldn't forget about him. Rox, see, no one remembers him really. He completely vanished. Whereas, like, that's what Emu was saying. Why can't you vanish like Rox did, where you're not even brought up? You're like the taboo. Like, no one even thinks of you anymore. That's what Emu wants, because again, what does he try to do? He doesn't want Nika's name going out there. He erased the ancient kingdom. He wants all traces of this gone, where no one even brings it up anymore. That's kind of what happened to Rox. Like I said, I wish Nimhog, I wish Nika would vanish just like Rox did. Where Roger, he became pirate and everyone knows who it is. He created the era. So it's like
Created
Roger,
the era after
Yeah.
he spoke to the masses on the platform
True.
that he was given.
Yeah, but
after
again,
finding the One Piece.
But the thing is, Emu never got rid of Rox. But he never got rid of Roger, but he got rid of Rox. That's the difference.
He's like trying to prevent Rogers from existing.
Exactly. He doesn't want what Nika, what Luffy,
True.
what Luffy and
You're literally
Loki?
supporting my argument for Rocks.
No, but the thing is, right?
One person had to be vanished. The other person was given a platform to speak. If you want to talk about who is a bigger threat,
No.
clearly it was
No,
Rocks.
but they couldn't vanish
Vanish
Roger.
Roger.
That's
Yes,
the
they
point.
could have.
No, they
didn't.
couldn't.
Yes, they could
No,
have.
No, they couldn't.
Yes, they could have.
What this is why Shaky crashed out, because again he believed he was too strong to. Again, Roger wasn't given a platform; he took it because again they didn't.
Roger literally walked to the platform, and the only reason the Great Pirate Era started is because he told the people he had found the One Piece.
But he orchestrated that.
Yeah,
No.
did Roger get captured?
No.
Yeah, did Roger
No.
get captured?
They-
Let me know.
Did
He
Roger
turned
get
himself
captured
in.
and
They
himself in.
literally could have just murked him and never
No.
would have started
Who?
the Great Pirate
Who?
Era.
How?
The
Who?
world government when they had him in
No,
chains.
again, did Roger
They
turn
would have
himself?
killed
Did
him.
Roger get captured or did he turn himself in? Because that's the answer right
No,
there.
because it doesn't. So just because you turn yourself in and you depend on the fact that they're going to give you a platform to speak to the masses of the world, that doesn't count as something that you orchestrated.
But yes, it does.
No, because you got captured and they could have just
Larry,
murked you.
Larry, but these,
from
hold on,
rape.
these
They
were the
didn't
terms.
capture
Hold on,
him.
these were the terms of Rogers. It wasn't capture. He turned himself in, and because he turned himself in, they allowed him to speak at what's it called?
Again,
Town.
so
That's
if-
the terms of
and
my
also,
surrender.
Imagine creating terms for the person that has discovered the One Piece was literally the truth of the world, and they go, you know what? Here's a platform. You may speak on this.
No,
but-
they didn't say. They didn't know he was gonna speak.
But
They didn't know he was gonna speak, bro.
It was supposed to be a public execution,
You're not
and he
understanding.
spoke.
You should still take the precautions that he could speak. The same way that they were afraid O'Hara was going to figure out what the poneglyphs had said, and then they murked Dr. Clover and everybody on that island because they didn't want that secret to get out.
But Larry,
They could have had that secret out.
They don't know.
They even took out the citizens that weren't involved.
Larry, you're tripping right now. Roger turned himself in and used the opportunity
Exactly.
of being publicly executed
Yeah.
because what they were trying to do
Right.
was publicly show the world this is what happens when you try to be Roger.
And also too,
Yes.
they also spun it. Roger turned himself in. They spun it. We captured Roger, and we're gonna execute him, saying even your pirate king is being executed. Where really Roger controlled the narrative, as in I turned himself, and he's probably turned himself into Garp,
Okay.
right? So right here again, if they wanted to, right, we saw Roger sick fighting. Who would be strong enough at the world government to try to take Roger out from speaking? They wouldn't be strong enough. Roger was really too strong, too great for them to do so. And that's why Emu's saying he's not mentioning Roger, because again, Roger's name is still 20 years, it's past, 22 years, 24 years, whatever. And they're still mentioning him. Rox completely vanished from the face of the earth.
Yeah.
I have some rebuttal on that, because to me it's like Emu found both of them threatful. Just, again, Emu thought both of them were a threat and dangerous and strong people. Just, what was Roger's goal and what was Rox's goal? Again, Rox's goal was actively targeting Emu. Roger didn't really know anything about that until God Valley.
Right.
And we don't even know what he even tried to do after that. We don't know if he ever even tried to go after Emu.
And this is to prove that fact even further. right? The reason why Rox had to be taken down and wasn't allowed to speak was because, one, he knew who Emu was.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, we can only suspect that Roger knows that Emu exists because of the One Piece. All he knew, and all Garp knew, was that there was some black monster that resided within the world government, and they had no idea what it was. But Rox knew. Rox could have easily said, yo, this is who's out there. This is who's on the empty throne. So we have to, one, take this person out because Rox's goals, Rox's ambitions, Rox know who I am, is way more dangerous than some pirate finding the One Piece and having to do something with the One Piece.
You're wrong on a few levels here, Larry. Because one,
Okay.
there's more than just... Because by your logic, then Blackbeard's more dangerous to the world than Roger is. You get what I'm saying?
No, but think of
Like, that's not the case.
But
having the ambition to do this is one thing, right? Having the ambition to be the king of the world, making that your goal, making that your mission is one thing, right? Rox was the closest we got to somebody. He wasn't that close, to be honest, to achieving it, right? Like, actually achieving it.
What happened when King Cobra stepped into the room?
Emu talked to him, and
Emu
then he
talked to
got
him.
killed.
And then he was like, you guys are not going to let me escape, right? And then what did the Gorosei say why he wasn't allowed to escape?
Because
Or
they're not
allowed-
supposed to know who Emu is.
Right. So
But hold on, Larry, hold on.
It doesn't matter
Hold on.
who's in
Hold-
position
no,
as long
no,
as they have
no,
some
no,
type of
no, no,
influence
no.
and know that
No.
Emu exists, they're going to take you out.
The difference is...
It's the same reason why O'Hara had to be destroyed.
This is the
because they
difference.
were going to learn the ancient kingdom's name.
This is the difference. This is the difference. And this is why I never understand why you equalize them to the same thing. What Cobra saw and what Sabo saw and what Rock saw are not the same thing. Cobra and Sabo saw Emu sitting on the empty throne. Rock saw
Actual
Emu in the garden. A person. Yes, I've speculated who this is, whatever. He didn't see anybody sitting on the throne. He can't say, oh, I saw the actual king of the world. He saw Emu in the garden room. He didn't see somebody sitting on the throne. He didn't have pictures of that.
Do you
He didn't have
remember what he said
information.
to Emu?
He said, I'm going to be back. That's what he said.
And then what did he say after that?
He's a
dipped.
worshiper of Davy.
Yeah, I'm a worshiper of Davy Jones. He dipped.
And then he said, I'm coming from the world.
I'd have to go to whichever translation. But either way, that's why he's a threat. I'm not saying Rox isn't a threat. You're trying to equate it to, oh, I know who this is, where they sit, the fact that they're on the empty throne, etc. That information is technically not there.
Okay, so what did he call Emu on God Valley?
The world.
He called Emu the king of the bilge rats.
Yeah.
So already we know that he knows that Emu sits atop the world. This is the reason why he started his whole trip, and this is why he had a promise to fulfill, and why Emu himself needed to take out the Davy clan because he held them in such importance. But it wasn't only that. It's the same reason why Dragon, even without any knowledge of Emu, even without any forces to combat the world government, just because his target is the world government and he's actively taking precautions and actions against them, they consider him the most dangerous criminal in the world.
And do you think
he has absolutely nothing.
But do you think that would be the case if Roger was still existed?
Bastion.
Would that still be the case?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it wouldn't.
It would because
No.
Dragon him. All right. So one, remember, if Roger is not doing anything with the One Piece, then he's not a threat at all. He's an incoming threat if he decides to do something. But overall, he was allowed, and his rest of his crew was allowed to hide and just chill. Right? Rox literally had to be taken down and erased from history because they didn't know. They didn't want them to know. They didn't want the world to know what his goals were.
But this is the thing. You're treating it as though,
and he knows who Emu is.
Larry, you're treating this as though, and maybe this is the case, that Emu and they game planned God Valley to take Rox out. Emu used God Valley as an opportunity. You're treating it as though he said, yo, yeah, set it up so Rox comes through and does this and this and that so I can come through with this. That's not what happened.
How do you know?
Based off what we saw,
how do you know?
Emu came because Rox showed up. It wasn't a yo.
And Rox
Let's
even
get
said
Rox here. Let's game plan this and this.
And Rox even said it. They have no idea that that's
Thank
my home.
you.
That's my home family.
It
Rox
was-
said it himself.
No. They
Rox
don't have
could
to
very-
know. But it could have been, because again, it could have been where Rox literally goes to Emu, says he's a worshiper of Davy D. Jones. And the fact is, this man is going throughout the entire world, causing all this mischief to our forces, breaking gates of justice, taking out admirals easily, possibly linking up with Harold, who's currently trying to link up with us. And if there's Davy Clan members there, he might come there. We don't know.
Sure.
So if he does come there,
what did I say?
I can put into action what I want to do.
But what did I say? You're speaking as though they treated it as such. This is Operation Get Rocks. Rocks is out there. It's a problem. Yo,
have they ever tried to get Roger?
Harold, kill Rocks.
Have they ever tried to get
Yes!
Roger? No, because from what I remember,
the strongest person in our Navy is actively chasing him daily. That's his job. That's his whole issue.
Okay, that was
after that.
But that was before. So you can't say Garp is the strongest person and he's chasing Roger. Therefore, Roger is that important to the world government because ultimately, I know Suru was chasing Doflamingo before he became Joker. Right? So I can easily say that Roger at some point wasn't as important as he is at that moment, and Garp was still trying to chase him down. So for me, what it speaks to, right? What it speaks to is that Rox had all these things that Emu didn't want him to know about. He was a major threat to the entire organization. The same way Dragon is, but he actually has the forces and the knowledge of trying to take me down.
I gotta ask this question.
So I'm gonna erase you.
No, I gotta ask this question. Who do you think knew more at the end, Roger or Rox? Because it has to be Roger.
It might be Rox. You can't argue that just because he found the one. We don't know what the One Piece says.
The whole point of the show is the One Piece, not what Rox did.
That's cool,
right? It's the One Piece. It's to stop people from gaining the One Piece. Why? Because now you're a rival to Emu. Literally. We hear the Davy Clan. They hear the Davy Clan here is at God Valley, and they play a game. They hear Roger was being romantic with a woman. Just his offspring. They send the entire Marines to kill off any baby born that could be possibly Roger's.
Right.
This is the difference here. Roger, at the end of the day, he found out the entire history of it. And remember, what they tried to do, they killed Rox in secret. They did what he did. They wanted to kill off anyone trying to do exactly what Roger was doing. So they made a public execution of it to turn it. What Roger did, they tried making a statement. This is going to be you if you try doing exactly what Roger did. That's the difference here. They wanted to shut down the entire masses from not doing this. Then Roger spoke. Anyway, and again, they didn't have the power to stop him. Right? Literally, that, you talk about narrative. Literally, that's what the show said. That's why they always talk about Roger's strength. Kaido said, right? He ruled, he conquered with his haki. None of this is said about Rox. Roger literally said about him.
Right.
Kaido says himself. Kaido, who met both of them, had dealings and grew up more with Rox than he grew up with Roger. Because guess what? He was on his Rox's ship from 15 to 21. Experienced Rox's strength and everything, right? And this is one who respects strength ultimately, right? But then how does he view Roger? How does he view Rox, right? He doesn't even talk about Rox, but when he views Roger,
because he
views
felt
Roger
betrayed.
as the strongest.
Yes.
He said he ruled and conquered with his haki.
Yes.
This is the
but
danger
guess what?
that Rox
Even
was.
after finding the One Piece, he still couldn't have his own era named after him because he had a competition with Whitebeard, right?
Because these people got stronger than Rox did. That's the point.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
It's literally because he had the era named after him because of the things that he was doing that nobody else could. And one, you can't even prove that the One Piece gave Roger more knowledge than what Rox had. Okay? You can't prove that. Because again,
bro, they learned the true history of the world, Larry.
Okay,
you're telling me Rox had that?
Okay, so the true history
He didn't know who Nika was.
So the true history of the world, right? The true history of the world is interpreted and given to the person to think what they want to think about the world. Right? This is why we have different interpretations for what Joy Boy has said. But as we know, there might be a second message, right? Because there was a king before Emu by the name of Davy D. Jones, which Rox actually knows about, actually worships. So the reason being too is that Joy Boy was gladly mentioned by Emu, but there was actual knowledge and talks with Emu and Rox about Davy D. Jones. How does Davy D. Jones, how does Rox know all this information? How does Rox know to get to Pangea? How do you know Emu was there?
We don't know.
How does Rox know about these 2 devil fruits that can counter probably Emu and take the world, right?
Larry,
how does Blackbeard know all these things too?
Larry,
so already there's given knowledge that the One Piece probably doesn't have. So
Larry,
you can't say that 2 messages are both bigger than the other.
We learned the entire history of the world, as we said. So the Nidhogg, the Nika Fruit, the Davy Clan, Joy Boy, Nika, all of it.
Right.
We learned the truth. We learned all of it.
Okay.
So why are we discounting Rayleigh's? I don't get that.
No, it's not discounting anything. Larry, I'm saying that you can't say that one message is bigger than the other.
We don't even know what the message that Rock has is. We have some lore that he
and we don't know the message of what the One Piece is either.
But Larry, we have credence that Rox has gaps in his knowledge.
Okay.
He didn't know what Nika was.
Right.
Roger did.
Yeah.
At the end of it, when Roger got to Raftel and learned the truth, he knew the true history of the world. The Void Kingdom, all of it.
Yeah.
The Void Century, the Ancient Kingdom, all of it. He learned all of the history. And this was his response to doing it.
Okay, so...
And beyond all that, the notion about all this, about Roger... They could have taken out Roger. If they could have taken out Roger, they would have taken out Roger, bro. They could not do it. If they could have, he was not just letting some dude go on his merry way, get to Raftel and do whatever he wants. He's actively stepping up now, even because of the things Roger did to put all this in place. He's actively taking actions to stop that kind of stuff from happening ever again.
And you know what's so crazy? That Roger at the end of the day said that he couldn't do anything because he was too early.
Yeah.
So even if you want to say, oh, the world government couldn't just take out Roger because he was too strong, well, Roger himself says he's not strong enough. He's not.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said I was too early, and I wish I was born. I wish I could have met you, or I was in your time, or whatever he said.
And what does that mean?
I'm too weak.
I can't take out the world government because I'm too early, which means I don't have the necessities in order to beat the world government.
No, that's Rox. That's literally Rox.
Thank you. That's
Rox.
That's what Rox said.
No. Actually, Rox said to himself.
Literally verbatim.
No.
What did Rox say? You were too early.
No. Rox said,
you're not ready.
I'm going to make my own path. I need these 2 devil fruits. He already had a plan. Meanwhile, Roger gave up on the plan.
Having a
because
plan
he couldn't do anything.
Larry, Blackbeard has a plan, bro. Having a plan isn't it. If you have a plan, great.
Yeah.
That's amazing. He was actively working towards that plan.
Right.
That's great. That does not mean he was strong enough to actually carry out the plan. Hold
on. Let me speak. Or there's 2 damn messages, right? There's 2 messages.
You're headcanon now.
No, it's not headcanon.
Larry,
we know that there's a will. We know that there's a promise from Davy D. Jones. It literally says by Rox when he's speaking to fucking Emu. Yo, this is my bad. I'm speaking to Emu. Yo, there's a promise that I have to fulfill, and promises are meant to be kept.
Larry, that message could be in the One Piece too.
But again, that's you assuming that it's there. You're assuming, again, there could be 2 truths in the world. There could be 2 truths. And one truth states, this is what you should do in order to be Emu. And the next truth, this is the truth of the world. That's it. And this is probably what you need to be Emu. Therefore, if there's 2 messages and we have no clarification on what these messages are saying, you can't just say, yo, one message is more important than the other. Clearly, Rox had some type of guide in order to overtake the world. His goal was to take the world by storm. Roger's wasn't. Roger said, yo, I'm going to find Lodestar. Finds Lodestar, then goes, oh, there's another island, but I need Odin because I can't do this by myself. He gets Odin, goes to One Piece, goes to where everything is stated, where the One Piece is. And the next thing you know, he quits.
That's not true.
That's not.
That's not true.
You're not comprehending what happened.
At all. He quits because he quits because in his message he finds out he needs to have Poseidon born. He most likely needs the Nika fruit. All these have to be in conjunction in order to overtake the world. That's what the One Piece says in truth. Right? From what we know. But the Rox message, whatever Davy D. Jones, the king of the previous world's message was, most likely Rox was fulfilling that. So it could be a different way of just beating Emu. We don't know. But we know that Emu found that Rox's path was way more dangerous to their organization than Roger's was.
No.
I
That's not at all.
I just don't agree with that.
Like, he makes it
I
seem
don't
like
agree with
Emu
that.
was just
Okay.
waiting on God Valley for rocks. He just showed up and just took advantage of the situation. Like, Emu was not waiting for rocks, and rocks wasn't even targeting Emu at that time. He came there to save his family.
Yeah.
So this whole time, this opportunity, this happened to be happenstance, and then rocks end up getting noticed by Emu.
It's really you're up Emu, you're up on the island, yo. You heard? Oh, word? I'm pulling up. That's how he handled rocks.
And it also
it wasn't let's get rocks out of
And
here.
it wasn't even just rocks either.
Whole
it was
clan
rocks. It was every pirate, every almost big name pirate there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He should have took Roger out. If Roger
we,
was that important.
we keep telling you they couldn't just take Roger
He
out.
should have just took
And
Roger
also,
out on God Valley.
Like legit,
Should
Roger
just
said.
don't be reversing Roger instead of rocks, yo.
It literally just said,
If
right?
Roger is
Timeline.
important, yo, why not just don't reverse
Literally,
Roger, yo?
timeline.
Hey, Roger,
he
take out the
treated like
Davy
Rocks
plan, bro.
like, successfully did
Go
this.
ahead,
Yeah, that's the
Roger.
other thing.
Yeah,
Yo,
I know.
Roger.
Like he didn't do that.
Roger, you got this,
Rocks
yo.
failed miserably.
Imagine
and
that.
Roger achieved his dream, but timeline was too early. It said, I wish I was either Emu.
Roger
said,
was
yo.
so great. He got there before you were supposed to get there.
It was so crazy.
'Cause he was born.
Lodestar was found. And it could have easily
In
led
fact-
to the One
in
Piece,
fact-
but Emu was like, nah, yo, I'm going to care about rocks
know what's crazy?
instead of Roger,
And know
because
what's
you know
crazy?
what? He could get to the One Piece, so let me just Domi reversing rocks instead.
If Roger
Right.
wasn't sick, guess what? He would still be alive today to achieve his dream, but he was going to pass anyway because he's already dying. Rocks wasn't dying. He just got taken out.
Yeah, you're right, because
Like-
he knew he was going to get sick.
What does that have to do with that? Listen,
He knew he was going to get sick, yo.
That hasn't to do with anything.
He knew he was going to get
But
sick,
either way,
yo.
when Roger did get sick, he rushed to find the One Piece. He's like, then realized timeline. I'm too early for this to happen. Because apparently the One Piece tells you of a time and it has to. Because guess what? Even Odin alluded to it. That's what they had. Guess what?
Right.
Them
Damn,
jumped
yo.
20 years.
Only if we got Domi reversing
Rocks
Roger,
didn't
yo.
have that information.
Only if he Domi reversing Roger, yo.
Odin literally tells his
Damn,
wife to
what
jump
a
his
waste of
kid
talent,
and all
bro.
them 20 years.
Imagine.
And this is what Roger's saying.
Imagine
I'm
if
too
Rocks
early.
found Lodestar.
But guess
yo.
what?
If he went to
Roger-
go find the One Piece, how much of a danger he
Yo,
would have been to the world instead
Lotto,
of Roger.
you missed it. Larry legit said
Oh
that
my
Roger
God.
said, I was too weak to do this.
Come on, man.
Essentially,
Roger
that's what
said
it
that.
is.
No, it's not,
Essentially,
bro. Larry, come on,
he
bro.
basically said, I don't have the necessities in order to fight the world government
That's
and
not what he
whoever's
said
at
at
the
all.
top of the world.
That's
I am
literally Rocks.
too early. Therefore, Poseidon has to be born. I need the Nika fruit most likely, and overall, I'm just not gonna do anything because I don't have the necessities. I can't even compete.
Roger was burned with.
Meanwhile, Rocks was like, I'm gonna take on the world.
That's-
I'm gonna
and-
find
and-
2 devil fruits, and I'm gonna try to accomplish this.
Can we scale how far he
this
got
is
in
how
that,
it
in that
got.
mission?
It's crazy.
Can we actually scale that?
We
for real?
legit, he says that, but we legit have Rocks face his op, face to face, and tell him, I'm not going to fight you right now. I'm going to come back when I get stronger.
Yeah.
And guess what? Doesn't do it, but gets stopped before he does it.
He gets stopped before he does it.
Yeah.
Right.
He wasn't aiming for evil
Right.
at that time, but got stopped before
He
he,
wasn't
did
aiming
it.
for evil
So
the entire time. At least
that-
Rocks tried. Meanwhile, Roger just sat back and died.
Yo, I'm going to tell you right now.
Bro started a
that's
great
not-
pirate
oh
every
my
like,
God.
hey,
Your
yo, my
understanding of
greatest
Roger's speech
accomplishment
is so
just
terrible.
giving this
Like-
speech, which I should have never had.
Yo, he forgets that literally the whole One Piece world is involved around One Piece. What Roger did to fight against Emu. That
Yeah.
is the thing.
Yeah.
Is to go when you
Because he was allowed
and we're gonna
to
see
speak.
it. And we're gonna see it. No, we're gonna see when Luffy literally does what Roger
They literally
does.
could have put a muzzle on his face
I
so he
can't
couldn't
wait
speak.
till when Luffy.
But instead,
when
they were like,
Luffy
nah, yo,
achieves
go
his
ahead,
dream.
bro.
So hold on.
You're not that much of a threat.
Larry,
Like, you're gonna
hold
die
on, hold on.
anyway.
So if
Let me just let you speak to the world.
If they attempted to
you
put
found the One Piece.
if they attempted to put a muzzle on Roger's face in that moment, you
Yeah.
think Roger's just allowing it?
He's just allowing. No, they should have just.
Then
killed
what are
him.
you saying?
So one, you just told me they made terms out of nowhere.
Yes!
Like, you completely headcanon that they just
No,
made
it's
terms
Larry.
with each
No,
other.
Roger turned himself in and then
Yeah.
demanded of Garp to save his child. His child got saved,
Yeah.
and he was able to be executed
Did
in
Emu
his
know?
own homeland.
Did Emu know?
Okay, who
Did
told-
Emu
no,
know that
Larry,
that Garp
who-
was gonna save his child?
No.
Okay, so there's no terms. It was only terms
I'm
with
talking
Garp.
in terms of
right?
Garp, yes.
Oh, right. So
But
in
Roger
order to
did-
speak on the
who
platform,
dictated the
did that?
terms?
Who did that? Who?
Roger, who dictated the terms?
So he dictated to the world government, knowing the One Piece fully in truth, and they were just like, "All right, yo, go ahead and go on this platform and go talk to the
because
masses."
he didn't tell them, "Hey, I'm about to reveal what the One Piece."
Oh
No!
my God! I need to tell my op that I'm going to do something destructive for the
you-
future.
crazy.
Larry,
Like-
Roger turned himself in so that he could be publicly executed, so that when he knew would be broadcasted to the world, he could make a speech to change the world, to drive more and more pirates out into the world
and
to mine the One Piece.
And this dangerous
they
person.
They didn't know he was going to do that.
But they knew he knew the One Piece. But they knew he knew the One Piece.
They knew he went to Raftel. They didn't know that he was going to say that.
Okay.
He knew. So he orchestrated that.
He literally, went to Laftel, the one island that holds the truth of the world. But they'll go to O'Hara, where they're slightly discovering what a poneglyph is in the language to read it, and they destroy the entire island. They destroy somebody from actually saying the ancient kingdom's name and all that jazz, right?
Do the world government
they don't
know?
Take out Roger, who actually went to Laftel.
Does the world government know that Roger can
They give him a platform. He goes, speak, bro.
Larry, does the world government know that Roger can read the poneglyphs? Can read any of that? They just know he got to the island. They don't know he understood what was on the island. They don't know he read anything.
You know what's
they don't
crazy?
know none of that. They just know he went there.
Exactly.
So again, they don't take a risk. There's not a risk to them.
That is a risk to them.
No.
That is a risk to them. Meanwhile, they have Odin.
Larry.
They don't know what dudes on the Wano know. It's an isolated island. They haven't been there in 800 years.
So you think that the world government itself knows that these stonemasons from Wano created poneglyphs? So they don't expect that somehow, some way, somebody from Wano that's on the crew could probably read the poneglyphs?
It would be
these are all like common sense things.
It would be common sense. It would be a leap of logic to do that. It would.
And yet they would still take precautions in order to annihilate any type of risk, which they proved in O'Hara when they killed regular civilians or when they tried to kill people who left Egghead Island, who were regular civilians. If you can see something or may know something, I'm going to take you out. That's what the world government does. They don't allow risk.
Because the way you're explaining is, did Emu target rocks or something? Because he didn't. Because you're acting like he did.
Yeah.
Did he know? Where on panel did Emu
he targeted rocks when he was on God Valley, but he didn't target Roger.
Oh, he didn't target. So
when Roger
So he didn't target Roger. He didn't target Roger. So Mr. Lodestar over here didn't target Roger.
He targeted rocks. Didn't rocks jump in his face, and then while he's in his face, he pretty much just Dami reversing him? So where's the target? Rocks was literally in his face attacking him. Just like, for example, right now, Luffy and Loki are attacking Emu.
They had a conversation before that, and we're talking about things that nobody else knew about in the entire world. They literally talk about David,
and he defended himself.
If you're
he didn't target rocks at all.
If you're asking me who was a bigger threat to Emu at God Valley, the answer is rocks. I have zero issue acknowledging that. That's the truth. If you're asking me who the bigger threat to Emu as a whole throughout the end points of their journey, it's Roger. It's not even close. It's Roger.
Dude,
it's not even close.
Let me ask you this.
Emu didn't care about rocks either.
So
he legit says to Rocks' face.
I can't
say no. He legit says to Rocks. He legit says to Rocks' face when he's talking about Davy and Drill Boy, you're not like them. Right, my biggest threats, he goes, there'll be no one like they're like speaking to Rocks. Wow, he's no different Rocks.
That's not true.
He legit, that's not true. Go to the panel. He legit, why you think about
Hey, Lawrence, can I ask you a question?
Which one you're scared of? Dave, you're doing. You're not like them, Rocks.
Can I ask you a question?
And sends him on his merry way.
Can I ask you a question?
You legit said before, right? He wanted Harold to be his soldier, but didn't care if Rocks passed or not. But legit, Rocks is attacking Emu, and he just flips from the Diamond University. Where's the target? Who's not going to defend himself, right, with someone attacking him? Like, you're talking about he singled out Rocks out of all these conquerors attacking me, out of Big Mom, Whitebeard, Kaido, Garp, and Roger. Forget all those people. Rocks, so Emu said forget all those people that target Emu. Where?
That's exactly
when
what
did Emu
it is.
show that?
Emu did it specifically because he targeted Rocks' family.
So he knew that was Rocks' family? When Rocks said it himself,
he
not
said,
expecting
New
me. That's not my
Davies,
fault.
a woman and a child striving so very hard to live, a pestilence that must not be unleashed upon the world. And then Rocks attacks him. And then he says, Mu, I will not do nothing. Thou wilt end thy own bloodline. Slaughter thy wife and child. So you're already wrong.
I'm not wrong.
And then he does Rocks. He targeted Rocks' family, which is targeting
He was targeting
Rocks
all of
himself.
Davies.
Also, let me ask you a question. What's Roger's bounty?
Over 500 billion.
Something. 5 billion something.
Okay, what's Dragon's?
I don't know. They didn't say it.
Oh, right, because Dragon has an uncountable bounty because of the threat level he poses to the world government. Because his goal is the world government, unlike Roger's. even while having the One Piece under his belt. Dragon is still considered a bigger threat because he doesn't have a bounty itself.
What his bounty is.
And also, too, even if you want to say that, if you go by old Rocks, then why does Roger have a bigger bounty than Rocks? They said they said as pirates when Rocks, we know the Rocks again, his whole era, even though he only got this era because he had big names like Whitebeard, Big Mom, and them already underneath his belt. If Rocks didn't have them, he wouldn't be elevated so high to be called his era. He didn't do it on his own. He had these other big names who were probably bigger than him at that time because he didn't probably have a bounty yet until later on. And then guess what? Even with all this, Emu targeted him. Roger still has a higher bounty than him.
You want to know why?
Because he achieved the One Piece and became the king of the pirates.
You want to know why? Did Luffy's bounty increase after he beat Crocodile in Alabasta?
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Because did they give him credit for beating Crocodile?
Not full credit, but they still increased the bounty.
Right.
Yeah.
So the people are not always going to give the credit to the pirate or whoever when they do something because the world government doesn't want to acknowledge it, which is something that Smoker had an issue with. Yeah. So you can't just be like, yo, Roger's bounty is the highest bounty ever, yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, Rox's bounty is under this because they obviously want to know what Rox is doing out there in the world. But they're not going to acknowledge him.
You're saying, right,
what
that Rox is a bigger threat, right?
What I'm saying is, right, that their actual targets matter to the world government. You are considered more dangerous depending on your goals. If your goal isn't as dangerous to the world government, you're not going to be perceived as more dangerous than the other person. And that was also proven with Kid. Because Kid was pillaging and damaging random civilians. Meanwhile, Luffy wasn't, but his bounty was higher, right? So what I'm saying is that overall, it matters because you're a threat level to the world government instead. And Rox was a bigger threat level to the world government. Overall.
Goal, ambition is not enough. You need strength. You need strength to achieve, protect your goal. You need strength to achieve it.
Look what happened with Sabo. Look what happened with Sabo. Sabo knew who Emu was, and they painted this picture that Sabo is now the Flame Emperor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So immediately, he's considered a bigger threat to the world government than a lot of other people just because he saw Emu, which is my point. That factors in when it comes to the threat level of Roger and Rox. Who's more of a threat to the world government?
This is what I understand. Like, when we finally get to the end and Luffy reaches his goal, finally achieves what Roger already achieved, right? He's going to be a threat level to Emu, rivaling no other. Because guess what? He's going to achieve the end of the show what Roger already achieved. The end of the whole point is pointed to One Piece, because then you could rival Emu. That's what Roger did. Rox got kicked off before he could even try to do that. And that's why he was building his strength to do it. Roger achieved it, but guess what? He was sick and already passing, so he couldn't continue the fight. So what did Roger do? Because I'm sick and I'm already passing, I can't continue this fight. I can inspire the next generation to continue to inherit my will and continue this fight. That's literally what Roger did. Luffy inherited will is going to achieve what Roger did, and who's not sick and dying is going to achieve that and take over the world. Roger, the only reason Roger couldn't do it is because he was already passing, right? He lived longer than he was supposed to because he was sick and dying. That's literally Roger's story. I was too early in health, also in years. He wasn't going to live to that long because it wasn't someone stronger to take him out. My own sickness is taking me out. Because I'm too strong to be taken out by others, I'm going to pass by an illness, right? Whitebeard didn't have that ambition. Roger did. That is Roger's story. I'm too early. Loki even said it. I was born in the timeline. We see people have the same sentiment. But Loki, you're actually in the right timeline because you weren't in Rocks because you idolize Rocks. But you're in the timeline where all this is going to happen. The Great War. Rocks, if he would have lived to that, maybe, but we don't know if he would have lived to that. But either or, Rocks got clipped way early because he wasn't strong enough. Roger got to his goal and was not from someone being too weak, but literally because of illness. That's it. That's the story.
And I just want to point out, just because you guys said something completely false earlier, right, too, was that Emu didn't directly target Rox from the beginning. Well, we only heard that because Rox thought it was just due to fate that island itself that contained his family was being targeted for the Celestial Dragon games. When Emu and Rox are staring face to face, he calls him King of the Bilge Rats, and he says, "You're here to kill me, aren't you?" And then Emu goes, "So it was thee Davy Jones. And then Rock says, you've got the wrong guy. I've never even met him. However, promises are meant to be kept. And then Emu says right back, which is exactly why thy kind must be erased from history. So Emu from RIP, as soon as he found out that Rox was on the island.
As soon as he found out, right?
He targeted him specifically.
He legit just says right there.
He targeted specifically. He
So it was
targeted
thee.
him specifically. He was the specific target out of everybody else. It wasn't Roger. It wasn't
Larry,
any of these
you're
other guys.
misinterpreting what we're saying. We're saying they didn't construct the God Valley incident
Yeah.
to lure Rox out.
Even if they didn't construct it at all, what happens is they heard Rox was on the island. That became their main target. That was the main target. It wasn't Roger. It wasn't Garp. It wasn't anybody.
Yeah.
It was just Rox.
It was the entire Davy clan.
No, it was
the
Rox
entire
himself.
Davy.
Yeah,
It was Rox himself.
It was the entire Davy.
It was Rox himself.
No, because I want to know if you're so worried about Rox, why Dami reversing him? Why not just clip him and take out his family?
Because Emu's sadistic as hell?
No,
Like,
because guess what? By doing that,
Yeah.
you let them get away. By doing what he did, he let Rox's mother and child get away.
Yeah.
If they were such a great threat, why not just clip Rox and send your knights to take him out?
Right.
If Rox is such a great threat, we have to take him out now. No, they waited for him, right, to get taken out by Roger and Garp to then take him left. Why they tried taking out Roger and Garp as well?
You sound like Usopp when he was talking to Emu about not getting his hands dirty.
How? Like,
Anyway, we don't got to continue this.
I just want y'all to know. When y'all say I be glazing,
It's not about glazing.
y'all say I be glazing.
I think people just have a specific
we
way of
got
thinking.
folks saying dudes knew more than Roger in here. Somehow.
No, I didn't say that he knew more than Roger. I said both messages. I literally stated both messages from Davy D. Jones and also Joy Boy may contain information, right, that may be comparable. You guys were saying, due
not what
to
you
the
said.
One Piece and Roger knowing the truth of the world, he must know more than what Davy D. Jones left behind that Rox knows about. That's what you guys said.
Because it didn't cover. Because, for example, the main threat is the Ancient Kingdom. If Davy Jones was part of the Ancient Kingdom, guess what? Roger knows it because guess what? That's part of the history of the missing piece, the void section of the missing One Piece. That's missing in One Piece.
So it's like hearing from like a jester, meanwhile you're hearing from the king. And they both have different messages of what truly happened. So the jester's not going to know everything that the king knows, Lawrence. The king is going to know more because he's entitled to know more.
Who's the jester and who's the king in this
I
scenario?
could easily say that Joy Boy was the jester of the kingdom. I'm not going to say, there's never been indicated that Joy Boy was the king of the Ancient Kingdom. They said that he was born in the Ancient Kingdom. They said that he was the first pirate, right? But it never said he was the king. Meanwhile, Davy D. Jones is considered the king. The real king, apparently, which pissed off Emu.
Yet Joy Boy has the Nika fruit, but he's the jester. And we don't even know what Davy was.
And we can speak on the people that have the Nika user as being smart or being able to tell a story. Because I see Luffy.
Why is Luffy the main op of the entire series of the show that is Emu?
Okay, you could be the protagonist and be able to accomplish something that the king can't. But when we're talking about actual information, I'm going to depend on the king more than I'm going to depend on, like, a servant or a random civilian in the kingdom.
It's crazy he says this, but we see kings all the time in One Piece get saved. But guess what? That gesture you're talking about, the warrior
Again,
liberation.
I'm not talking about power, though. Right? We're not talking about power when it comes to the messages of the One Piece world.
The whole
we're
One
talking
Piece-
about Davy Jones' message, and we're talking about, most likely, Joy Boy's message.
All right.
Which easily could be entitled with Lily as well, leaving a message too.
The thing about One Piece was entirely, since I guess they first introduced this, like, vocally said it during Marineford War. If you don't have the power to protect or achieve your dreams mean nothing. That is the entirety of One Piece.
Again,
right?
we're not talking about power.
But to achieve,
Obviously,
to be a threat
Nika's
to Emu,
stronger than Davy D. Jones.
To be a threat to Emu, to achieve this, you have to have strength or power
Hold
to
on.
achieve your goals and dreams.
Also,
if you don't have it, it doesn't.
You also have to have knowledge so
you
you can put that into action.
You know how many people in the One Piece verse said they're aiming for One Piece? You know what people say in the show? Everyone says they're going after the One Piece, but they don't have the power, the strength to even get past the
But
new
that's
world.
not what
or
I'm
get into
talking
it.
about.
But We're talking about threat level here.
Hold on.
To achieve these things, to be a threat to
Okay,
Emu.
we're
Even
talking
before
about
we
another
started talking
subject.
about threat, though, Larry, you sparked all this because you were mad that we picked Roger over Rox and the DDT in a fight. That's what sparked all of this. So yes, power is definitely included in this.
Okay, so that's the topic that we started with. We have moved on to the messages, right? We're talking about the threat level, like what these two individuals knew, what Roger knew, and what Rox knew.
And it's confirmed.
Obviously, that if there comes to power, we can start talking power aspects, right? And the information that they had and what they could do with the information because due to what their strength was. I'm saying, and what we've been talking about for like the past 15 minutes is the two messages left for these two people. And which one actually is better in information, I guess.
And I'm telling you, the one that the entire story is named after is the one. And I don't feel like I'm jumping on some ledge to do that, to say that, to think that.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like equally that these two stories could be very important. Just because Roger started the pirate era, and this is Luffy's dream to find the One Piece himself too, again, the One Piece has to be interpreted by somebody, and then they have to discover what the truth is, and then figure out what to do with it, right? It's all about interpretation. The Roger Pirates felt like they didn't know what it was. Vegapunk clearly said neither one is good or evil when he learned about the ancient history too. So it's like, yo, whatever Robin is going to dissect and tell us, that's what we're going to learn from it. Meanwhile, Davy D. Jones clearly had a message that was stated, and Rox took it and tried to initiate it. We can't say that one is more important than the other.
Yes, we can.
You wanna know why?
Yes, we
Because you
can.
just also said it. Think of Vegapunk. Their like greatest asset inside and technology and all that stuff, furthering their kind. They sent an admiral and all 5 Gora members just to stop him from saying what Roger already knows. Like Vegapunk was their guy, and they wanted to stop. And Vegapunk wasn't even give the whole story about the whole history. Just a little bit what Roger knows, because Roger covered it all, which was said. Vegapunk was going to give a little bit, and they sent literally Kizaru and 5 Gora members to destroy the production of that broadcast and to take out Vegapunk.
Damn, Vegapunk should have just made some type of deal with them so he could get a platform to
And know what's crazy?
speak to the world
You
about.
technically did.
But know what's
Should have
crazy?
made a deal and just did
But know
that.
what's crazy? But
And then he would have been able to tell everybody.
But crazy. But Rox was such a great threat. They didn't send an admiral. They didn't send all
No, they
these
sent
Gorosei
Emu.
members.
They sent Emu.
They didn't send Emu.
Yeah, Emu showed up. He versed the strongest person in the game.
He showed up. Emu showed up.
Emu showed up.
Showed up.
Emu showed up.
So guess what?
Would you rather fight the Gorosei or fight Emu?
Is it Emu also on Elbaf?
Yeah, Emu's on Elbaf.
Okay then, right? So is Loki and Luffy the same threat level that Rox was?
Okay, so you're being
I'd say he's more-
you're being disingenuous
more of a
because
threat.
Emu's not only there because of their strength level, he's actually there because the Giants are predicted to turn the war, the upcoming war, on which side they are on. So he found that to be the most important to succeed in that war. So he came himself. So you can't say it's because of Luffy. You can't say it's because of Loki. We know that's not true, Lawrence.
I didn't say he came in front of them. I said Emu also showed up here. You're making it seem like this is grand thing that Emu just showed up because of Rox.
So
right?
Emu just shows up whenever? Like, Emu's not a big deal when
And
he
so I
shows up?
can't wait for the end of the chapter. Because guess what it's leading to? Emu didn't do that. What's about to happen at the end of the chapter.
Right. I guarantee you Emu's coming back. Because, you know, why leave if you know that there's 2 devil fruits here
No,
that you clearly want?
what I mean.
It's all right, bro.
I'll say it at the end, but
Yeah.
Are you
Anyway.
done? No.
All right. Did you have more that you wanted to say?
I did.
Because, yeah, honestly, that was like, we kind of interrupted you. And we apologize for that.
Don't.
Shout out to Rocks, man.
Next thing we'll hear is Gabon's more dangerous than Rocks too.
You know that true history.
he does know the true history.
I'm playing.
He does know the true history.
All right. Anyway, So, Emu and Domi Reversi being used on Luffy and Loki and why it didn't work, I kind of have a few theories. And just to be clear, this isn't Rock's downscale. Domi Reversi did work on him, right? I know some are quick to say Luffy and Loki must be stronger than they appear because of this, but I don't think that's the case. Theory 1. Domi Reversi didn't work on Luffy because he has a Sun God Devil Fruit. And Loki might have a God class Devil Fruit as well. That seems like the most obvious explanation. Theory 2. Domi Reversi might not work on Zoan-type Devil Fruit users. Zoan fruits are said to have a will of their own, which we've seen with the demon guards in Impel Down that were taken over by their Zoan abilities. If the fruit has its own will and the user has theirs, Domi Reversi may only override one of the wills, but not both of them. So Emu would technically have to override both at the same time. It's kind of like how Naruto has the Kyuubi. And you can't put Naruto under a Genjutsu because the Kyuubi would just use his chakra to knock him out of the Genjutsu. The same way Killer Bee did with Sasuke. All right. The third theory. Perhaps Domi Reversi doesn't work on Devil Fruit users in general. This isn't interesting, but seems less likely to me because it would explain why Rocks, the Davy clan at God Valley, Brogy and Dory, and the Elbaf Giants, all non-Devil Fruit users were successfully affected. Theory 4. If Zoan Devil Fruits resist Domi Reversi, could that mean Paramecia and Logia users are vulnerable? I can't imagine Emu, someone with vast knowledge and centuries of experience, would create Domi Reversi only to discover it doesn't affect Devil Fruit users. The fact that it was tested on Luffy and Loki suggests it works on Zoan Devil Fruits. And since Zoans scale in strength from regular, ancient, mythical, it makes sense that the mythical Zoans like Chopper might also resist it. Chopper's resistance could also hint at him being a God-class fruit, meaning Emu is running into multiple Devil Fruits that counter Domi Reversi's effects. But this is where it gets kind of interesting, and I'm kind of confused, because like Lionel said, Loki puts Emu under ice, but for some reason, Emu doesn't break free. I mean, Emu should be able to with Haki, since Nibelheim is just a Devil Fruit ability. We've seen Emus conquer his Haki in action, so it's entirely plausible that they could just shatter the ice, yet nothing. Emu stays stuck. I know Haki can negate Devil Fruit abilities. I've seen Aokiji freeze Garp, and he shattered it with Haki. So theoretically, Emu could do the same to Loki's ice. Some might argue Loki's Haki is stronger than Emu's, but that doesn't fit from what we know so far, so please don't glaze him that hard. So I started thinking, what if the ice can't simply be broken because it has some special property? Ragnir, Loki's hammer, has been passed down since the time of the ancient warrior god. Weapons in One Piece often gain unique properties through battle, like swords turning black, giving them an edge over others. What if Ragnar has something similar we don't know yet? Here's where my theory gets deeper. What if it wasn't a Devil Fruit user who originally froze the Galila band of giants from Elbaf, but a previous wielder of Ragnar during the Void Century? Herald-in-Chief Yarul never specified the time period of the giant shipwright band, but it lines up with the Void Century. The ancient shipwrights of Water 7 built Pluton, and Frankie noted that no human could build a ship on that scale. The Galilab band were hardy giant shipwrights who wielded hammers themselves, but maybe the previous Ragnar user was one of them, helping construct Pluton. What if the ancient alliance won the Great War? This previous Ragnar wielder took precautions, much like Joy Boy leaving Noah for the Fishman, or Nefertari Lily recording the truth of the Void Century on poneglyphs. Perhaps they froze their allies to preserve them for the future. Maybe the reason it's tied down to Frankie's point, the only way to fight Pluton is with another Pluton. So preserving the blueprints was a defense, and maybe freezing the giants was part in the plan. This could explain why Emu can't easily break out of the ice, just like the Galilab band couldn't. The ice might have a special, almost ancient weapon level property built into it through Ragnar.
Well, I definitely think that the hammer was used to freeze the Gallia people. In terms of the property inside it that's causing that, I don't have any pushback. I don't have any like what does that mean? Like I go back to the rune thing that you talked about when we first started Elbaf. Like, is there a rune technology that's inside of the hammer that's also allowing it to create this kind of magical like prism for people. I do like that it being passed down for that reasoning. Oh,
So real quick, so I'm trying to put together your theory, parts of it from other stuff you said too. So what I understand is what you're saying is that we're gonna get the Galileo giants unfrozen, and they're gonna build, I just wrote
Pluton?
Yeah, Pluton, and to go in the ancient war. I mean, the ancient war, the war that's gonna happen.
Yeah, so like the 3 ancient weapons are supposed to play a part
Yeah,
in the world that, this big war, most likely, right?
mm-hmm.
Pluton's going to be released from Wano. And because Nefertari Lily left precautions, right, that the poneglyphs have the One Piece knowledge. And they left Pluton in the security of the same people who built the poneglyphs. So Pluton is meant to like help out in the future, right? The Poseidon, she had to be born in order to help Joy Boy because they have a relationship. One can't exist without the other, like Queen Orihime said. So I think because the Galileo giants are somewhat connected to Joy Boy and they worship sun god Nika, they most likely had an alliance with Joy Boy. Therefore, somebody had the ability to wield Ragnar at that point and froze the Galileo giants because they're technically probably the only people that could have built another Pluton since no humans could build it, from what Frankie said. And the only way you could fight Pluton, it's not with Uranus and it's not with Poseidon. It was only with another Pluton. So I think whatever previous giant that was capable of wielding Ragnar froze the Galileo giants instead of somebody with the chill fruit that Aokiji had from the distant past. Because that would involve like some type of connection with a previous random devil fruit user. Meanwhile, these guys are hammer wielders.
so I guess my question would be, you said the previous wielder of the hammer, and maybe I'm misunderstanding the original lore here. To my understanding, it was only this Elbaf god that's had the hammer, and now Loki. Or you're saying like there is another person, some other king in the history that's been able to
They never
wield it.
said that it was like, from what I remember, they never said it was like thousands of years, right? It could easily just tie back to the Void Century. It could have been at any point. It just can't be within like the past like 300 years.
Yeah.
Like it most likely had to be during Joy Boy's era.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because Joy Boy had all of it. He had Poseidon, he had the Pluton, he had Uranus, he had all this going on. So I suspect there also had to be an ancient giant that was capable of wielding Ragnar itself during that time period. And then there was one which I suspect might be the warrior god during the first world.
That would make sense. I mean, it's been 3s this whole time. Why would it be 2 now?
Right.
So, okay.
But yeah, that's all I really have to say.
Oh, man.
All right, let's do some super chats.
Oh, man, I got to catch up.
Yeah, there's so many.
We apologize, y'all. We ranted and argued for a while there.
Oh yeah, sorry for cursing. I definitely said the F-bomb.
I'm going to have to get a couple of these in, Larry, because it's like limiting how far back I can go. And
Okay.
I got to make sure that we get them all. All right, so we got 5 from Zazu Sensei. Yo, Larry, our uncle called me saying we're family. I know y'all were in Jersey, but didn't know we were that close. Let's collab on a video soon with the camera and a handshake emoji. So Zazu says,
Yo, Larry, our uncle called me saying we're family?
you got a relative out there, man.
Really?
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Oh, man, that's funny. All right. Another 10 months at Warlord status from the Real Aaron Creates. It says, I don't know if this was mentioned before, but is there more credence to Shanks being a John the Baptist role to prepare the way for Luffy, the world savior, and die? I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always with it. And for those of y'all that know your Bible, John the Baptist was decapitated. So if that were to happen
Oh
to
my
Shanks,
gosh.
I don't know. I don't know if Oda got it in him to do all that. But that's when we would know, Aaron. That's when we would know the true, and spoilers for Larry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a spoiler.
It just hit me. I spoiled Larry.
Because I was legit, you know what's funny? Because you remember that TV show I told you about on Prime that was budgeted by the charity of people who like go to church?
The Chosen, I think it's
The
called.
Chosen?
Yeah.
It's a really good show.
I think Miguel watches it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good show. So John the Baptist made an appearance and he was locked up. And then you remember that not Nostradamus. It was like that guy that Jesus told to follow him before he left and traveled to another city, but he was like a rabbi. I forgot his name. All right, he went to go visit John the Baptist and he was talking to him about like, you know, all that. It was really good. All right, the show's just really good. Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah, my bad.
That's my bad.
I didn't know that
That's my bad.
I know he dies, but I didn't know he
That's
was
my bad.
beheaded.
That's my
Oh,
bad.
okay, you knew he passed already.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's still alive.
No,
I mean, the Bible's been out for a minute, so it's not like I should be spoiled.
Not that, obviously.
I wonder if John makes it to that. Like, come on, bro. Twins, I'll open up to y'all if y'all see any other correlations between John the Baptist and Shanks. I know it was mentioned before about him paving the way. I think Aaron even brought it up again. Do you guys see any other corollaries between John the Baptist and Shanks as characters?
No. The only way I think I don't know how he would, because also John the Baptist also tells, because John the Baptist also had disciples. He tells his disciples to go follow Jesus. Mm-hmm. I don't see Shanks telling anyone to go follow Luffy. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm trying to think how else would it connect? What else would he do? You know? Unless they try to do a bumpy version. But I don't like that either. Shanks would have to take out someone that would be a threat to Luffy. You know, I wouldn't. That's the One Piece version, not saying the Brown Baptist.
I mean,
but who would?
The way I tell it, he gonna beat Blackbeard.
We didn't say. Well, he would be Blackbeard. I just don't think they should fight because Shanks is gonna win. If you want to be a Luffy opponent, then they can't meet. You know what I'm saying?
Another 20 from Luis V Logs. It says, just dropping by for a request. Can you congratulate my wife and I, Veronica and Louis, 8th year anniversary? Congratulations!
Hey, congratulations
Hey,
on the 8 years, bro.
Hey man, 8 is my favorite number.
Divorce at 10. No, I'm
That's
joking.
crazy. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I don't know why you would be watching our podcast during your anniversary. So you're probably gonna get
Yeah,
in
that's kind
trouble.
of crazy. They're probably watching it together.
I hope so.
I mean,
She saw a lot of ignorance just happen.
sorry.
I feel
Sorry, Veronica.
Sorry, ma'am.
Sorry, Veronica.
Sorry, ma'am. I dropped the F-bomb. I apologize.
Oh man.
I felt like Sebastian for a second.
Bro.
I did.
Lewis continues. He says, love the pod and can't wait for y'all to find your significant others. Law, maybe don't punch windows on the first day.
I'll try to keep that in mind. Okay?
You ever realize like you want more for your boy? Mm-hmm. Like you really want more for him. Like you think he deserves it, and then like he gets in and he just messes it up.
Have you ever like reached out to her, man? Just to, you know,
Apologize.
I didn't have a phone at the time.
just to see how she doing, man. You know.
Why?
If I remember correctly, she was fine, but I was younger than y'all. You know what I'm saying? But
It was a long time ago.
yeah.
Sometimes people don't. Their stocks drop. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Wow, bro. Oh, shit.
Listen, bro. Y'all acting like our stocks didn't drop.
My stock's
Alright.
on the way up. They always been up, and they rising
Wait,
actively.
it says we're muted. We lost audio. Audio cutting, no sound. Well, I think some people are losing it. Some people said they still got it.
Refresh y'all YouTubes, man, and hit that like button. If you hit the like button, the sound comes back. 100%.
True story.
And for those of y'all that can't hear me, I guess I could type it in the chat.
Well, a lot of they're saying their audio's fine, so maybe it's just them. Maybe they're in a
Yeah,
bad
somebody
spot.
just muted their phone.
Yeah.
man.
Let's get through it because we got an hour and 30.
All right, another 10 from Raven D Storm. No spoilers, but the streets and chapter leakers are saying to wait for the images for next chapter. After the next chapter, we're going into a break, so I think it's going to be something crazy-ish. Hey, man, hopefully it's fire, but no break or no spoiler conversation, all right? No spoilers, y'all. 11 months at Knock'em status from Xavier O'Dilly. It says, guys, what the F is up with the rubble at Mary Joie? We're going to get into it in a little bit, I'm sure. Another 5 from Sharif. It says, finally got to send a super chat. LOL, love what you do with the podcast. Keep it up. Didn't get to read this chapter, but it feels good to be with y'all. Not reading the chapter and being here is wild to me.
Yeah.
Especially this chapter.
Yeah.
Another, but welcome, Sharif. Another 2 from Reggie J. Hello, Nakama. Great to be back. Welcome, man. Love you, bro. Another 10 months at Yonko status from Villain DeJuice, who was extremely generous earlier today, man. Thank you so much. Has been saying since before God Valley that we would one-shot Emu, and now that it happened this way, I'm scared. Do y'all think we have Emu face reveal coming soon? Hashtag going out for milk. Hashtag that throat piece talk. Okay. Going out for milk. I would love to see Emu's face reveal.
The end of the chapter kind of shows that you might get it.
Now that it happened.
Oh, the audio's working. My bad.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, get more?
No, that was it.
Okay. All right. Another 2 from Antoine. It says, it's been a while, fellas. What's good? What's going
What's
on,
up, man?
Hope you enjoyed the beginning. Another 5 from Fellwinter Peak. We know how Seb feels about Blackbeard. What would y'all give him to warrant him being a proper Yonko? I'd give him Future Sight. Absorb attacks beforehand.
He needs Conquers.
That's fair.
Well, did they ever put the pull-up on the glazing Blackbeard thing?
Yeah, it was very much Seb Glace's Blackbeard. it was like 75 or 80% something that I do. Yeah.
We all have them.
I still don't think I glaze them. I don't know if we called this out, but shout out to Villain for the 10 gifted. Another 20 from It's Crazy 7756, but no super chat attached. This time, let us know your thoughts. Another 5 from Ramon. The Whitebeard glaze was crazy on the DDT. Bros sailed the sea for 50 years shooting blanks, crying emojis. Hashtag he ain't leave. The nuts hanging out. What? Hey,
Wow.
Hey, man.
It has nothing to do with his pirating strength, I guess.
Another 5 from It's Crazy. It says, I'm glad I can catch the live, boys. Love what y'all are doing. Keep up the great work. Love you guys. Hashtag
thank you.
Larry
Thank
to go.
Like too, man.
Thank you.
Another 13 months at Knock'em Stats from Doug Missy. Best salty moment on the pod. Larry, where your podcast? What? Best salty moment on the pod?
Salty.
Salty moment? I don't know what it means by
It's got to be
salty
Lionel
exactly.
saying the cat over Akainu, bro. I was so angry. I threatened violence on him, bro.
Salty moment?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. We don't think about the negatives, guys.
Yeah, I can't think about anything that I was salty about.
Well, today, I guess.
He's such a D-bag, bro. Such a D-bag. No, I really don't know. I was trying to think. I don't know.
I can't think. I'm tired, so I'm really tired. I can't even think.
I think it's probably Rayleigh beats Kizaru for me with Law. That was a pretty bad
That was
one.
a good one. That
Yeah,
was a good
because
one.
we
I still think he
argued like
does.
crazy.
That was a good one.
Huh?
I still think he does.
You're allowed to think that way.
Wait. Yeah.
That video was really good too.
This dude Aokiji not even getting past old Garp. I think it's the same thing.
Another 7 Canadian from Gloomy Scorpion. Maybe the reason Dami Reversi didn't work on Luffy and Loki is due to the fact that Chopper has treated them. Oh, wow. Like, there's something in Chopper's, like, blood transfusion?
It's cocaine.
Cocaine is crazy.
It's rumble cocaine.
You on perk? You don't do perk?
It would kind of work like, you remember when they had to bring salt
Like, with
on
Mario.
Thriller Bark from Gecko Mario?
Chopper just got that work, man.
I hope it's not that simple.
No, I think it is.
We got another 5 from the Link Tales. Larry, the non-touch class thing is Rio. When Luffy learned Rio from a non-Conquerors user, they didn't make contact with the hit. Jazz up. Breda.
Yeah.
All right. Another 10 from Benji 1K. It says, "We back. Called the DDT from last week at work today, and it made me happy hearing Seb come correct about the Pirate King. F all the slander, especially from Larry. He ain't never no simp. Hashtag top, hashtag like the stream." Oh, he was sipping a little bit. We not gonna act like he wasn't sipping a little bit there. We not gonna act like that didn't happen.
He
Gave up all the treasure on his ship to this woman and her pirate crew. That's simping. I'm sorry.
I was in his, not saying his defense. He's done the same thing with when he got Odin from Whitebeard. He gave Whitebeard all
didn't
this
get anything in exchange in Shaky's case.
That is true.
He just gave it up.
He was trying, man.
How many more should we do?
We could probably stop there. I just want to give a gap because
There's still a lot.
yeah.
All right, let's hit the second part and then we'll hit the third part too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We jump back into the chapter, shifting to the fisherman village within Elbaf. Giants are scrambling everywhere to put out the fires. They're grateful that Loki dealt with the sleep tits terrorizing their country, but at the same time, he's only created more problems for them. Over in the Huntsman village, some giants begin to accept what Chief Yadul said, that Loki may not have taken King Harold's life, but that doesn't excuse the many terrible things he's done. On top of that, their village is burning, adding to their frustration. Nami orders Zeus to keep the rain coming to help put out the fires across Elbaf, and Zeus shouts back that he's doing everything he can. We then see Jinbei use ocean current shoulder throw, sending a massive stream of water across the island to help extinguish the flames. Lilith also does what she can with the omnidirectional converters, but even she admits the devices have their limits. The scene shifts to the western village, where Zoro is with the new giant warriors. Brogy asks if it's finally over, and Stanton responds that if the Domi Reversi giants have turned back to white, then yes, but if they get back up, then the fight isn't done yet. One of the giants, who has reverted, apologizes to his captains, explaining that he was overtaken by a wicked urge. Dory reassures him that it wasn't his fault, even admitting that he and Brogy themselves couldn't resist Domi Reversi. However, not all is resolved. Some giants who took massive damage begin to regenerate and rise again, cursing their captains. Everyone quickly realizes that a handful of Domi Reversi giants are still active. Then the sound of hooves approaches. Zoro prepares to step in, but suddenly Chopper appears and smacks the Domi Reversi giants. As he does, the dark shadowy presence within them begins to emerge and dissipate. Zoro is shocked to see him. The affected giants revert back to normal, and Chopper raises his hands, greeting Zoro. Confused, Zoro asks what he just did. Chopper admits he has no idea, but for some reason, simply hitting them dispels the demonic power of Domi Reversi. Zoro concludes it must be because Chopper is such a good doctor. Chopper reacts to the compliment in typical fashion, telling Zoro to shut up and calling him a jerk. Brogy laughs, agreeing that it must be because Chopper is a great doctor. Haruden then announces that their area is clear, but wonders how the others are holding up. Across the Sun World, reports come in confirming that while there are no enemies left in the villages, the fires are still a major issue. Everyone must now work together to put them out and confirm whether all the demons are truly gone. That wraps up the second part of the chapter. So, Law, let's hear your thoughts first, then we'll go around the table.
Okay. This goes into the math, how big Elbaf is, right? And how they're all competing with this massive thing. Because I mentioned earlier, or last chapter, a few chapters ago, why Jimmy didn't just use this shoulder flow to shoulder throw to try to, take out the fire from Elbaf. But we see is he's doing it now, but it's only doing so much because they're in this massive land of Elbaf. And you even have Nami and Vegapunk supporting in putting out these flames, but yeah, they're still not beating it, right? So it shows how big Elbaf is. It made me think, Loki, you kept using fire. You use ice once, and then we see it now later on against Emu. Why don't you just use more ice instead of just burning down half of Elbaf while trying to take out these monsters? Because they even said it before. Yeah, Loki he's not the one that took out Harold, but dude, he's done to Elbaf what he always does. In fact, this is probably even worse because there's a lot of monsters, and he just kept doing the same method of breathing this lightning fire on everyone. It's just and that's why Nami was yelling at him, because now you just made saving Elbaf a lot harder because this fire is huge because the land is so big, and also it's nothing but trees, and wood, right? And Dorian Broggy's tone switch now, like, don't worry, we came to come to it. It's completely opposite what they're saying before. To be ashamed of yourselves. Yeah, you know, like, it just made me
Yeah,
laugh.
they keep going back and forth.
So it's like it's just funny in that aspect that they did that. Whatchamacallit, Zero stepping in, because we all saw the attack he did last time. He goes, I'm going to show you how it's done. Y'all got to take him out like this. Like, pretty much. That's what I thought of, because, like we said, it was overkill for that one giant, because there's still some giants left. He goes, all right, I'll do this. And then Chopper coming out of nowhere, literally smacking the foolishness, or smacking the it reminded me of Dad. I'm going to beat the, whatever, the badness or the foolishness out of you. But he smacked the thing out of him.
Mini trauma, though.
I thought it was interesting. I don't think it matters, but I noticed that these things were lighter than the one that Chopper first smacked up. Maybe just because it was behind it and showed Otis did it darker. But these things are like almost like translucent. Like, well, the other one was just like the other Dami. The first one that we saw Chopper smack was like really, really dark, almost like a shadow. You know, I wonder if that matters. Probably not. And to see a comment, because someone asked about like, oh, have you noticed? When they're flipping, it looks like the sun symbol, right? And he wants to know if it was just Chopper or whatever. What I can tell is that I think anytime someone flips, they have this, because if you go back to when Dory and Brogy did cut each other and they flipped, it wasn't as much flames, but they had that circle with flames around it as well. So I think every time someone's flipping back from Dami to their normal self, this sun symbol shows up. Very interesting, because we all know that's like...
Yeah, there's no transmutation circle.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but there is one when Domiverse turns you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know like why that's there, but like it's just like you're being liberated from Dami, so the sun thing comes up. I don't know. I don't know if we're ever gonna get an explanation for that. I just think it just happens. Because why is there a ring of fire with it? And yeah, that's all I really have.
All right, Lionel.
I don't have much, and I'm gonna lose it.
He's getting done. He's tired, bro.
It's just been a lot. All right.
You want a hug?
Nah, just
You on perk 30, bro?
what?
I give you a hug.
I
It's
get
not
you a
gonna
perk.
help me not be tired. Don't try to bear hug me and break my back. Now, don't be weird.
Yo, what? Who said anything about bear hugging you and breaking your back?
I don't know. You probably squeezed the heart. I'm trying to wake me up.
What's happening, bro?
I don't know, man.
You want to skip?
I'm just gonna chalk it up to him being tired.
What?
I don't know why.
You started it. I thought it was funny when
You want me to lend you my energy?
I wish. I wish, yo.
Lawrence can't share his energy
Yeah,
because Lotto disappeared.
But anyway, I thought it was funny that Zalo chalked it up to just Chopper being a good doctor. I thought that was hilarious. I thought them going to flipping, I thought they were probably looking this way because they're probably the ones that walked between the other ones. That they didn't get turned. They're just ones who were in between the other giants. So it's like not drugs from emo. It's from the walking in between for whatever reason. How that works. That's I chalked to that. Where did you leave off at?
I left off right before Biblo and Saul come into the chapter.
He said Lotto didn't take his AG1 today. Get your AG1. You know what I'm saying?
I probably need it, man.
TOPT.
I actually got you some coming on the way.
Link tree.
Yeah.
I need it. I mean, it should be dying down now, but just a lot this whole past couple of weeks. Got me drained of energy. But yeah, I can't even think right now either.
All right. Seb?
I don't have too much, but Chopper being able to casually change the people is funny. I thought it was interesting last week. I thought it was really funny this week, low-key. Zoro and Chopper's dynamic has always been an underrated aspect in the story to me, because at their core, they are just diametrically opposed. their views, their roles in the crew, their responsibilities as a swordsman and doctor. But Chopper looks at Zoro as like an older brother and a mentor figure for him in the crew. So Zoro saying this worked because Chopper's such a good doctor is a really dope moment to me. I thought that was really cool. It reminded me of Zoro lecturing Chopper back at Long Ring Longland in the Groggy fights, where he was like, man up, whatever. Like, it's like,
crying,
we go from that to this, where it's like, oh, you're just such a great doctor. That's why. Like, I feel like it's cool. He's giving him this, like, encouragement.
They've always had that type of relationship, yeah.
Always like that. You got to the books part, right, Robin?
No.
Oh, no.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you got to the books part. That's my bad. I didn't really have much else. As far as like them saving the people and everything, like with the water, like Lawrence mentioned Jinbei. I feel like the people were complaining about Loki. It's like, it saved your lives. Like, shut up. Like, yeah, I'm mad that it's a fire out here. Bro, y'all were getting dominated. Like, y'all was getting killed and taken out by these monsters. I'm taking them out for you. Like, I feel like it's a theme in One Piece that people complain about their saviors. I'm like, yeah, like, just shut up. Like, you know? Like, y'all have already treated me negatively for things that, like, I didn't actually do for, like, my whole life, or at least for the past 14 years or whatever. Like, y'all learning, I'm doing stuff to help y'all, and y'all complaining about it. It's just funny to me. I had the same thought process as Lawrence about Dory and Broggy, and they're like, immediate switch up. It's like, yeah, y'all wasn't saying this last chapter, bro. Y'all wasn't. In terms of, like, what it could be, I am starting to gravitate more to the idea that Chopper is this forest god or something. And I do want to shout Morge, because he did drop a video on it too. And he highlighted something I don't think most other people did, and it was that a lot of the Elbaf ships have, like, this deer with a mask, a skull mask or whatever, and antlers on it.
Yeah,
Like, a lot of them do. And it's like, why would that be the case unless there was some
Relevance.
more or relevance to it? So I thought that was really cool, that little aspect to it. As for why this is the case, or why this is why he can do this, I don't know. Lawrence spoke to the sun turning piece. I didn't see that personally when I read it. I still don't really see it, but, like, I don't know, man. But in general, I gotta ask y'all, because I asked the people in the chat, what's y'all favorite version of Chopper? Pimp Chopper, cute Chopper, drug dealer Chopper, or drug addict Chopper?
The heck?
Drug dealer.
Drug dealer?
Yeah.
Mine is definitely drug addict Chopper. When Chopper's ODing on the pills, that's Chopper you get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
OD and Chopper is the best.
Yeah, substance abuse Chopper.
Yeah. Lionel.
What was the last one?
Cute Chopper, the merch one. The one that don't really matter, for real.
Yeah, I said that one.
That one.
Yeah.
I went with Pimp Smack and Chopper.
He's very new. You know what I'm
Punching
saying?
window Chopper.
Remember you say he couldn't punch, bro? Oh.
Yeah, that was so funny. That would have been a great theory, though. If, like, it was true.
Physically can't.
Imagine.
I don't have
Thumbs.
thumbs. Yeah, there you go. Fingers, thumbs.
But that's really it for me, bro.
All right. Yo. Oh, no, go along.
No, I was gonna say real quick. It's funny. Just think about the whole Chopper thing. It's funny because when he goes in his doctor mode, when he needs his fingers and everything, he's not in the mode where he uses fingers. He's using his, like, hoof to be a doctor.
Is that true?
Yeah. Every time he's in doctor mode, he goes to his base form where he doesn't have hands. He uses his hooves. Yeah. And I was like, why? Like, I think you'll be more effective with hands. Every time.
I don't remember, obviously.
No, but he's right, bro. I'm thinking back. He's always in his chibi, like, small form.
Maybe.
And, like, syringing and that. Like, how, bro? He has no opposable thumb. How's he doing that?
I don't know.
It's because he's the forest god, bro.
He's a forest god. I was wrong. Zeus is not going to get as big as the Sun World.
He still could.
I was trying to tell y'all, bro.
Yo, he still could.
I think. So I started to realize, like, all right, the Sun World is on fire, but, like, it's really on fire. Like, it's more on fire than I thought it was, and because Yggdrasil and the Sun World is so large in comparison to, like, the giants, this is not, like, normal fire. That's what I want. Like, the area that they're in, it's massive, bro. Yeah. Like, there's fires everywhere. So even if Zeus was to get that big, it would take way too much time in order for him to get to that size,
bro.
in order to make a difference. And if that was to happen, I think the fires would just kill Yggdrasil by the time he got that big.
Know what they probably need to do? You know how Elbaf is able to, I don't know if it's like make their own clouds, but they're able to do something with the clouds, that cloud machine maker? What if you hook Zeus up to that thing and just like expand him or something?
It's like helium to a balloon.
Yeah, pretty much, and just have him go to work.
Also, I did like, just real quick, that the ODCs have some sort of limit. 'Cause Oda could have got real broken with that.
Yeah, bro. I was
know
kind of
what I'm
upset
saying?
there was a limit.
I was happy there was a limit. Because you basically create an ancient weapon at that point, bro. If you could just no limit, we just absorbing
I thought Lilith
energy?
was going to use the Omni Converters to suck up the fires or whatever, and then give the energy to Zeus to create him like the bigger cloud. So you can do two things at once, but I don't think it's going to happen. The next thing I'll bring up is that I had a little funny piece that I wanted to tell you. It's so funny. All right, I'm gonna say it. So as for the Domi Reversi Giants, the ones who got back up after taking brutal damage might be hinting at something. They could simply be stronger than the others. And since most people weren't using hockey strong enough to overpower the Domi Reversi's influence, it makes sense that some of them were able to recover. That's probably why Zoro stepped in, ready to handle the remaining ones by ramping up his hockey to surpass theirs so they could turn back. But before Zoro could, Chopper comes in. Zoro wonders why Chopper got baby powder in his hand. And like Mike Epps in How High, Chopper starts smacking Domi Reversi Giants like they were the two white girls in the back of the car who said they were virgins.
Oh my god.
And honestly, Chopper looks like he's enjoying it. He's just going around curing people by throwing hands. It's one of those moments where you're reminded, yeah, he's a doctor, but like he's also a reindeer. Just all about that action, bro. But I do feel like Sebastian. I'm not feeling the Monster Point smiling all the time and looking. He looks like a wrestler at this point. Like he just looks goofy, you know. Like he just doesn't look great, bro.
It's not it, bro.
So sorry, Len. But yeah, you go.
You good?
Yeah, got a dry throat. Pause.
Oh man. All right. Where we at? All right, we got 10 months at Knock'em Stats from Eagles. It says, love this pod. As a tradition, Usopp is trash. Another 10 from Wade the Asian. Larry and the boys, even chat. Hope everyone's families, loved ones, and partners are all well. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is the healthiest thing to talk about things that bother you and not bottle things up. I don't know why you said that, Wade, but I appreciate it. And I hope that you feel the same. You can express things to us and your family and loved ones as well. I hope everything's doing all right. Truly. You good, bro? You want to take a lap?
Yeah, I'm about to, bro.
You want to take a...
I don't know what's going on right now. I got that line on.
I don't know if we shouted out all of these, but shout out to CD for the gifted memberships earlier. Man. Another 5 from Fallen. It says, am I mistaken or did Luffy and Loki get hit with the same kind of dummy reverse as rocks? As in, Emu had to touch them, but it failed. Hashtag big hockey. Hashtag a throat is a throat. Sure, but there's something going on with Luffy and Loki specifically that Emu highlighted that just isn't the case with rocks. People are theorizing Delfruit, whatever, but there's something else going on here. Another 2 from Villain. It says, Larry, say Loki beat Zoro or let Seb rub your head. What? Another 2 from Villain. Nah, CD been doing this too long. Hashtag you got it. Another 2 from Project Iceman. Oil Princess in the chat today, huh? LOL. Hashtag Larry tags.
Oil Princess.
Like they own oil conglomerates and they can.
I got you.
Yeah, they're rich. Another 5 from Roberto Figueredo. Hey CD, if you donate another 50 or 100 membership, tell Larry to do the Harlem Shake.
See, I wouldn't do the updated one. I do the get this money.
They too young to know about that, man. Another 5 from Bugs Carson. Jinbei's official Straw Hat job is firefighter. Hashtag White Watchers tags. I mean, he's suited for it. Another 2 from Dior Paid. What do you think the rest of the Seraphim's Delfruits are? We had this conversation a little bit ago.
Yeah, we've had this conversation a lot.
Yeah, I think we said like the crocodile one could be Magellan's, I think.
Yeah,
A couple other ones like that.
it's just ones that would suit it.
Do you think Dofi's one's gonna have his string?
Should. The only limitation is the Logia ones. Really.
Yeah.
At least it should be. Another 10 from Wade the Asian. Larry, I know you watched the new JJK episode. Wasn't that ish freaking insane? Ryu
Yeah.
is my MF and GOAT. Hashtag Larry make it clap. Hashtag love the fedora line. That's not a fedora. Hashtag Larry text. Hashtag Seb looking like Murica. What? Hashtag lol what's on your necklace.
I really want Lawrence to watch the latest JJK episodes,
I gotta catch up.
but I know he won't. But like, I think he would really like Sukuna and his powers, and I think he would like Yuta, especially in this newest episode. Yuta was going crazy. Like I've
gotta
never
watch.
seen. I don't think I've ever seen animation and storytelling the way JJK is going in the anime.
I hear
like-
I hear the season's really good. Like
You
really
like
good.
Solo Leveling, right? What I remember?
Yeah.
Bruh, JJK is on another wave, bro.
It's okay. You saying
It's phenomenal, bro. Like the action, you'd be like, bro, this is crazy. And you would respect the hell out of. You would like Sukuna. You would like Yuta, and you would like Maki. In my opinion, I think you would like Maki.
Stand
Because
proud.
Maki doesn't use any energy or cursed techniques or anything. Straight hands, brother. and nobody can step up to her, dog.
She got
it's a-
weapon,
okay, it's a
but
woman.
like
She got a weapon, but it's like a sword.
Mm.
It's like a smaller version of the Tenshingo. No. What was Inuyasha's sword name?
oh man, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Inuyasha's sword. You remember it had like the fur on the bottom and
Yeah.
she has a smaller
Tensaiga.
version of Tensaiga. Yeah,
Tensaiga.
she has a smaller version
That
of
was
that,
gonna
bro.
kill me, bro. I could not remember
Really?
that.
Yeah, you'd mess with her, bro.
Mm.
It's just phenomenal. Oh, my bad. Too much time spent on that.
Another 5 from Wade the Asian. We love 4-hour pods. Hashtag Marv the Goat. Hashtag Marvelous. Hashtag Marv is Marv's top 10 done. Marv.
It's not.
Sorry, man. Hashtag we love Marv. Another 20 from CD. Hashtag bring back Sniper King Larry. Oh man. Remember we was doing the
Yeah.
Another 2 from Davey D. Oaks. Likes are free, like the stream. Yeah, man, like the stream. Y'all don't have to donate like a lot of people were doing today. It's like the stream. Another Yonko joined the ship in CD. CD, you were on the Yonko this whole time? I thought you were. We had a couple Yonkos join the ship in Kibbutz, Menace, Twilight, Awareness. There's a lot of people joined. Thought they'd knock us up. Another 5 from Norwitz. Opinions on Yu Yu Hakusho. Got recommended to watch it because of its deep characters. Also, how far would they make it in One Piece? Hashtag Lionel made it. We all love Yu Yu Hakusho. It's actually a bonding experience for us growing up. We kind of, I feel like that was the first anime we all kind of locked in together with, I would say.
That was the first time I met you guys too.
Yeah.
We used to watch it through LimeWire.
Yeah.
And we would drink raspberry powdered iced tea in the basement.
And Larry would always come at me because I put way too
You
much
put
sugar.
way
in,
too much
Way too much. But you always did that. You did it with everything you ate.
Crazy. But yeah, we love Yu Yu Hakusho. As far as how far they would go, I feel like Yusuke clears the first. I like it.
Lawrence watched Yu Yu Hakusho like 3 times.
I feel like Yusuke way too strong.
You watched it on YouTube though, right?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, because
I was like, oh my god,
it was all on
YouTube.
YouTube at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Did I? Did I?
The orange one? Malik?
Oh, I did skip this one, but that's not Twilight. But let me read that. We did get 20 from Malik. Sorry, man. It says, "Hey, Green Bull on top. Don't play." And Larry, I got ones if you ready. And how I became a tier on Discord. I'm unk like y'all and don't know how to work Discord. And I got beef with you. Hashtag Green Bull beats Big Mom high diff. I didn't understand all of that, but I'm also an unk on Discord. I don't really know how to do much. But it takes a little time. You figure it out. Hit the mods up. They can help you.
Yeah.
I don't see Twilight's message. Or is it just that I skipped a super chat?
It was because you probably skipped
Skipped
that
that
one.
one,
Yeah.
All right. Oh, my God. I thought I skipped another one.
Thank you for all the Yonko memberships
this
that you
one.
guys are doing.
This one. We got 46 months at Knock Mustache from Twilight. It says, yo, chat going crazy. Much love to y'all as always. Man, Twilight, you do so much for us, man. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Another 21 months at Yonko status from Awareness. Listen, Oda is my GOAT, but can we be honest and admit almost all of y'all's recent heated arguments have to do with narrative inconsistencies and the unclear portrayal and scaling of hockey? Hashtag Larry Tax. Yes.
Yes. It's absolutely what it is. You got to understand, all of us think we're right, but it's not our fault because we're all assuming.
Yes.
Okay?
1,000%.
It's funny you guys say this. Me and I were talking because I don't know if we were debating whatever. We were both like, Oda just makes it so hard.
Yo,
He's so inconsistent with
yo,
stuff.
it's absolutely true. It's
Yeah.
absolutely true. Listen, I was editing some of the videos, and while I'm editing it and I'm going through, I'm just like, bro, we literally are just guessing most of the time and trying to find consistency with other moments in the series
Yes, yes.
because there's no permanent answers.
Right, facts. But I think he does it on purpose, though.
Yeah, it keeps it
It
interesting.
makes it interesting. It also makes it easier for him to be fast and loose. He can do whatever he wants.
Yes.
If I need this to happen, it can happen.
Let's get into the final part of the chapter so we can hit all the super chats at once.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. So, for the final part of the chapter, we head to the Owl Library. Only now, everything is completely frozen. Robin, standing in the palm of Saul's hand, looks out over the library and something immediately feels off. Saul doesn't understand what's going on. There was clearly a raging fire inside earlier, yet now there isn't a single charred book in sight, and all the shelves are empty. Saul also notices that Biblo, the owl, is nowhere to be found. Both he and Robin can only hope for the best. Robin wonders if Biblo managed to remove all the books. If that's the case, that would be incredible. But then the question becomes, where is Biblo now? We then cut back to the Sanji pirates. Sanji mentions that once they started fighting back, it didn't take long to turn things around. Inside Jinbei's hand, St. Killingham's detached head begins to make noise. Frankie points out that this wasn't an all-out war against an entire organization. Holy Knights or not, there were only 3 of them. If anything, they were punching above their weight going up against Elbaf. As Sanji and Frankie talk, St. Killingham internally questions what could have happened to the Great Emu. The scene shifts to the outskirts of the Western Village where Loki defeated St. Somers. We see the imprint of Loki's dragon hand, and Somers' head lies split in 2 with a heart visible between the halves. Then, in a disturbing moment, Somers pulls his head back together, reforming itself. We cut back to Luffy and Loki. Luffy, now back in his shrunken old man state, is begging Loki for food. Loki, sitting calmly with Ratatask, tells him he doesn't have any and suggests he goes to the village. He also questions why Luffy looks like that. Ratatask starts laughing at the situation. Then we return to the ice block where Loki had trapped Emu, and suddenly Emu begins to disappear. Cut to Marijoa outside Pangaea Castle. There's visible rubble scattered around. Inside the Chamber of Flowers, we see Emu once again. Emu calls out to the Gorosei, who immediately respond, "Yes, great Emu." Emu then declares, "I will be leaving the Holy Land for a time." And just like that, the chapter ends. So, let's start with Sebastian, then we'll go around the table.
All right. I don't have OD to say about the last part of the chapter per se, but it did spark a theory for me. So I guess I do have something to say. So just as far as my notes, there's got to be something in those books that Robin isn't allowed to read yet. And I'm really excited because her not being able to read them means that there's something in there that is really, really important. As far as where Biblo fled to, I saw some theories sparking online about maybe it went to the man marked by flames. I don't know. Reason being that when they mentioned the man marked by flames, they highlighted Robin specifically. I don't know who it could be or why or what, but it could be an interesting situation where it's like an arc for Robin or a situation where it's where she needs to find those books at, you know? Frankie's comments about the Holy Knights tell me that there's probably going to be more Holy Knights summoned to assist the situation. Maybe I'm tripping for thinking that, but Somers does have a heart. Go figure. I thought that was interesting. Emu going away from the Holy Land is interesting to me because it seems we're going to get the real Elbaf showdown after. So the Holy Land is actually damaged, it seems. I know last time we checked in there, it didn't seem damaged, but it does look like it's damaged. And then, so Emu's saying, like telling the Gorosei that he's going to be away from Elbaf for a while, from the Holy Land for a while. To me, it sparked a theory. So I guess I'll take this time to read the theory out.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too long, Larry. Should be able to shut this one up. But what if I told you Blackbeard is the man destined to sit on the empty throne? And if that happens, it won't just be a power move. It would be the moment Blackbeard fulfills the dream and the promise of his father, Rox D. Xebec. In chapter 1155, we saw Rox make it all the way to Pangea's castle flower room, meet Emu directly, and declare that he would return. That moment is massive because it frames Rox not as just another pirate aiming for fame, but as a man whose ambition reached all the way to the true seat of world power. And that's where Blackbeard comes in. Because if Rox's true dream was to become the king of the world, then narratively, somebody has to carry that will forward. Somebody has to keep that promise. And who better than the son who has inherited not just Rox's ambition, but his taste for chaos, timing, and domination. Now look at what is happening in the current story right now. Emu is leaving the Holy Land for a time while the Elbaf conflict escalates. That is the key. Because if Emu is going to be occupied with Luffy, Loki, and the Straw Hats, and everything exploding in Elbaf, then Mary Joie is more vulnerable than it has been in a very long time. And if there's one man in this series who lives to capitalize on disorder, it's Blackbeard. And that has always been Teach's game. Use the chaos created by Luffy to gain upward mobility in the world. When Luffy defeated Crocodile, he benefited from the opening of a warlord seat. When Luffy broke into Impel Down, he used the chaos to recruit monsters to his crew. Luffy got Law access to the road poneglyphs on Wano, and Blackbeard ambushed him to steal them. And even through Caribou, he is now positioned to gain intel tied to the ancient weapons. Intel Caribou gained from his time near the Straw Hat Pirates. And it's now on Blackbeard's doorstep without him having to do the dirty work himself. That is why Blackbeard is so dangerous. Luffy changes the world directly. Blackbeard waits for the world to crack open and then steals the reward for himself. So imagine the scene. The Holy Land is already in chaos. Emu is away. The balance of power is shaky. And Blackbeard makes his move. He invades Mary Joie, walks into the heart of the world authority, and sits on the empty throne. Not because he's already won, not because the world accepts him, but because in that moment, Blackbeard believes he's done what Rox could not. He came back. That would make for one of the coolest scenes in all of One Piece, in my opinion. Because it would turn Blackbeard into more than just a pirate rival for Luffy. It would make him the man trying to compete with the unfinished destiny of Rox D. Xebec and Davy D. Jones. So my theory is simple. Emu leaving the Holy Land creates the perfect opening. And Blackbeard, the greatest opportunist in the series, will use that moment to sit on the empty throne and symbolically fulfill his father's promise to return and claim the world for himself. And if that happens, Blackbeard will not just be chasing the throne, he will be proving that Rox's will, just like a man's dreams, never died.
You know, I love it and I hate it. I love it because I feel like you connected everything together.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it because now Emu might be defeated by Luffy and Loki on Elbaf. So, like, if
I'm not ready for that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if Emu does come through, in my head, I'm like, Emu is the person that's on the mural at the end of the third world. Like, I don't see Blackbeard being that unless Blackbeard takes Emu's power. And since Emu is going to be on Elbaf, I don't think Emu's going to be able to have his power taken by Blackbeard since he'll be in the Holy Land. Unless, I think Lawrence mentioned this at one time before, but like, Emu has like a power hidden somewhere that's not connected to themselves. So, I love it, but I hate it. I just don't want. I don't think I'm ready for Emu to be taken out because Emu has been built up so much. In my opinion,
I don't think he needs to be taken out, and I don't think Blackbeard needs to like.
He has to be taken out if Blackbeard is there.
I'm saying
Blackbeard. Now Blackbeard's the guy.
This is Blackbeard basically ducking Emu and sitting on the throne
No,
while Emu's
for
away.
sure. No.
You know what I mean?
But you're not gonna be able to sit on that throne, dog, if Emu's still there. You get what I'm saying? Like Emu has to be taken out in order for Blackbeard to sit there.
I think what Larry's going to, all right, at the end of the day, regardless of how this ends, but say like, all right, Emu survives, and obviously Luffy and Loki are going to survive. When he goes back, what happens with Blackbeard and Emu? Right? Like, for example, when Emu goes back, it's like, all right, yo, someone's on my throne. And also, too, I don't know if the Gorosei are gonna go with Emu. It might be just Emu. Blackbeard doesn't get past the 5 Gorosei, even with all his crew. I'm sorry, they don't get past him.
That's the thing I was gonna bring up too in my thing, where I don't think he can, especially when the Holy Knights are there, because we know that there's only 3 Holy Knights here, but there has to be more.
Yeah.
Plus Shamrock is there. So if Shamrock is supposed to be relative to Shanks in any way, he can't handle all that. That would mean that Katarina Devon has to be able to use Saturn's powers. And even then, it wouldn't be enough.
Yeah.
What it would need is for, we've theorized in the past that the Gorosei are using Emu's hockey and stuff, that they can't do that unless Emu's at the Holy Land or something, and then he could use the like Yami to like negate their devil fruits. Like that, it would need all of that for him to be able to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I even agree with that. I just see the vision.
I'll use your same logic. It could very well be where it works in Blackbeard's favor, like you said, if Emu goes to Elbaf and they're at a point where they can't keep up by giving the Gorosei the Covenant abilities. Therefore, they can't regenerate
like,
anymore.
remove it?
Yeah, like they're like all by themselves, and Emu has to summon all their power in order to defeat Luffy and Loki. Which I'm gonna sit here and be honest, bro. I seen what fake Emu took on at God Valley, and I don't think Luffy and Loki can honestly get to that attack power that Emu no-diffed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's going to take something unbelievable. You know? Like, I think Shanks can do more powerful hockey attacks than Luffy and Loki. I did the same thing as you. Luffy and Loki can. So I don't think that that's enough to beat Emu.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I just like it as a visual.
It's cool.
And then
It'd be hard.
what could happen as a result of
Emu
it?
comes in limping from Elbaf, and he's like about to sit on the seat, and then he's like looking at Blackbeard, and he's like, Zah! He got his feet up over the armchair.
I told you I'd be back. Anyway,
He's like,
we
promises are meant to be kept.
something like that.
And then Emu looks at him like, Davey, and he's the one looking up now. It'd go hard.
It'd be a nice.
I just would hate it because it's timing.
Yeah.
Timing, for sure.
But that was my whole genesis of the theory. Is like, yo, he's the opportunist. Like,
Yeah.
if Emu's leaving, it means something's gonna happen at the Holy Land. And of all, like, maybe it's Dragon.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Dragon. Maybe it's time for Dragon to show out. But he is the opportunist of the series, and that this is something he's trying to do. And narratively, in arc narrative, we have Blackbeard's father saying, "I'm gonna be back. I want to be king of the world." To Emu's face, like, I feel like the payoff, it could be even in arc where we get that.
I think I'm just so wrapped up in the One Piece mural. I think that's my issue right now.
Blackbeard ain't on that mirror. So. I mean, we don't seemingly.
The only thing I could kind of like give you is like you said, Blackbeard's an opportunist, because I don't, like I said, getting past the Knights with the Gorosei there. But I do, if Blackbeard is going to go there while Emu is gone, I do believe he could possibly take something from there. He goes there to take something and then bounce. I can see more of his crew doing that, you know, and it could be that power that Larry alluded to, that hidden power there that Doflamingo knows of, but I don't know how Blackbeard would know of it.
I think Broker had a theory about he takes York.
Yeah, but that's simple. Or Karibo told him that the ancient weapons exist, right? Like Pluton, whatever. But then he goes there and he finds out that Uranus is actually there too.
Like the third ancient weapon is
Like
actually
he
at Mary's Law.
learns somehow, some way that it's up there, and he goes and just takes that by chance because he was just like, "Oh, this just stumbled in my lap." I have no idea.
See, but I was gonna include Garp. Like, he makes a deal. Like, that's why he goes to Mary Joie, like to trade Garp in for like a seat or whatever, something, and uses that opportunity to like do a Trojan horse kind of thing. I think it's partly a Broker theory, that part of it, to like flood Mary Joie with, like, say he has Caribou with him, and they can't detect that Caribou is hiding dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of Blackbeard pirates. You know what I'm saying? Just all of them, like all the Titanic captains and whatever, and they flood the Mary Joie using him.
It would be crazy if Caribou just starts sucking in all of the celestial dragons into his body.
Why not?
and they use them as ransom. So the only people that are allowed to be on Holy Land now is Emu, the Gorosei, and the Holy Knights. Also, I know this was part of my talk, but like the rubble does remind me of what happened on Winter's Island when Blackbeard did Black Hole and then did Liberation.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, it's like I saw what happened with Kuma. When Kuma hit the red line and he ended up going to the top, Akainu was there immediately, dog.
That's true.
Like, so if we're going Gorosei,
it's funny.
Holy Knights, Shamrock, and then Akainu, I'm like, bro, there's no way he's being all that,
It was
bro.
Shamrock that I thought of. Because like, you can have a moment where he runs into the lookalike of Shanks, and it's like a whole thing. Like, you can have that just to have a dope moment or whatever. But you're right, like, it's a temporary thing.
Aokiji can hold off Akainu, dog.
Battle number 2.
Because we got Kainu versus Aokiji Part 2. We got Blackbeard versus dude who look like Shanks. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff there.
I'm telling you right now, yo, the rest of his crew's getting bodied, bro.
They got to show
They ain't
proof.
standing no chance, dog.
Nah, Van Ogre like that, apparently.
No, you're not.
It's a world, bro.
Your safest bet is this dude because he has the visible fruit. Doing like not fighting but sneaking to get.
Yo,
what you
he
want.
might just get taken out of the invisibility just due to Conqueror's hockey.
Nah, that's true.
Lionel, go take a walk, bro.
You
need to wake up, bro.
I was gonna probably leave early after the chat.
Yeah. You go now if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, go, bro.
Wait, should he say his take first for the end and then his bet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to say your take?
I'm done.
I don't have a lot. Yeah, I don't really have it.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right, yeah.
You got it, bro.
Oh man.
Pray for Lionel, y'all.
Yeah, pray for Lionel, bro. He gonna need it.
I'm alright. I just need to sleep.
Text the chat when you get home.
Just know that this does count, everybody, that he did show up.
Yeah, he did 3 hours.
Yeah,
He did do 3 hours.
Y'all gonna try to use it as like, yo, he wasn't here, yo. All right? Lionel was here. All right?
They say you go to the chat, man.
Yeah.
Maybe ask Marv for like a pillow or something to lay down.
All right. Thanks, Marv.
I think I went first. So Lawrence, do you want to give your take?
Okay.
Or should we wait for Marv?
The camera's on him right now. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Just going to the library. How he just escaped through all this, like without being seen. I don't know. I'm just gonna chalk it up to his ability, because I know he can't make things smaller or just bigger, but that's if you go into like his like I guess area. But if he turns it off, I wonder like he probably could make all the books smaller. But I wonder like how he would do it, because in my mind, how I envisioned it, he got an Elbath sized blanket, like made like a whole thing, and then made all the books smaller, and just kind of like wrapped them all up in that blanket and just flew off because he could fly. Yeah, and just flew away. You know, and they were saving all the books. Like, I just thought simply like that, how you can do it.
I thought the same thing. If he's allowed to enlarge things, he's allowed to shrink them.
Yeah.
And also, the Giants they just know he's like mad old.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about him, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's how I just thought how he just solved it right there. Like, all right, I'm out of here. And
you know what's funny? I think he's frozen.
He was flying away. He just got stuck.
I think he might have made himself smaller, too, though. And then he froze after the converters like did what they did. So now they're gonna see him like frozen.
Did they show the giant, like the ancient giant robot thing, or no?
What do you mean?
There's that giant robot structure.
Oh, they didn't show it.
I was thinking maybe he brought him there, but I don't know.
We know that the Vegapunk and Frankie like ran from there. So far, we know the fire didn't reach there.
Yeah.
So
it's everywhere though, dog.
Yeah. It's getting everywhere.
It's getting everywhere.
I was gonna say
it's all over the walls.
all over the. I can't. And then this I'm not saying I'm tired of seeing this dude. It's just like, but that's his the ability he got from Emu. Like you could regenerate from just about anything, right? Even to like your head is severed and your heart's just out of your body, you could still just pull it all together, right? And I guess he's saying how much it hurts doing so. That's crazy, not feeling that. And then for Luffy wise, I feel like he's not too far from Frankie and Jimmy, so maybe they'll come and give him food because we know Loki's not going to do anything. Like he's like, why they're just sitting there, I don't know, right? But I guess I don't know, just recovering from whatever. And Emo just like kind of just abandoning Gunko. It's like, all right, you're frozen. I'm just gonna swim out of here, right? And then, so to me, I don't have much here. My last thing was just like I said before. I don't know if the others are gonna go with him, but I was actually kind of hyped, like going into, are we actually gonna get Emo coming here and a face reveal?
Yeah.
And I thought it was, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty gangsta on Emo's part. You saw, because he said the whole world thing was gonna ravel, but you weren't really there. And then you realize this happened. Oh no, I'm gonna show up in person. Like he's like, I'm coming to y'all. Like I was like, oh snap. Like I was like, okay. Like you have Nika there in this, and he's like, I'm gonna come see y'all face to face. And I'm thinking he's probably gonna use the circle in that link to the castle.
Yes, the abyss.
Yeah,
he's probably gonna use it to show up.
Because that's the fastest way. There's no other way you're gonna get there. Yeah. So he should be there pretty quickly. I think it's gonna be crazy. And to me, I think we're gonna get a face reveal in the next few chapters. I don't know how long Oda's gonna draft this out. If he's gonna go, like have him just get there right away, or we're gonna get a whole panel of like them doing whatever. Then
You ready for the face reveal?
I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm 100% with it.
I don't think I'm ready.
I'm ready, bro.
I'm not ready, bro.
I'm ready, bro.
I feel like because we're gonna see the face reveal, if it does happen, it's like the story's coming closer to an end.
Bro, we on Elbath, bro.
I know, bro, but it's so good.
I just always find it weird. I've always thought about this. It's not nothing. Only because, like, we see how his figure is kind of shaped. Like, barely. We see his arms and legs. He kind of reminds me, like, he's a small stature person, of, like, Luffy. Like, kind of like a small body like Luffy.
Dark Nika.
Yo, I kind of thought, like, I'm not going to say he's going to look like Luffy, because that would be weird. That would be crazy. But to me, it's like, how we see Luffy.
The Nega Chin. It's the Nega Chin.
What a big old chin.
Oh, man. Cleft. The boy Chin Wonder.
But I'm just saying, like, stature and size, that Luffy's not a big dude, and Emo's, like, a small dude as well. So I just thought of, like, they're both kind of, like, small, regular size. So I just thought of Luffy. But that's about it.
All right. I kind of want to push back on what Frankie said, bro, because I feel like he don't know what he talking about. Bro said, hey, man, there's only 3 of them, and they were punching above their weight, coming to Elbath, thinking they were going to do something. It's not like we were fighting the whole organization. And I'm like, brother, if they sent 2 admirals here, especially Aokiji and Akainu would have set the tree on fire, and everything would have been done. Aokiji would have turned the Sun World into the second underworld. All right? I'm telling you right now, it would have been over if 2 admirals showed up. Listen, Loki could be whatever he want to be, but 2 admirals? All right, bro.
All
right, bro.
I'm giving you pushback. I don't know, dog.
Yeah?
I'm Admiral Gang. When you talking about Luffy, Loki, the rest of the Straw Hats, and the Elbath Giants?
Yeah.
And
listen, Loki could have whatever.
Which 2 admirals?
Loki, I just told you. Aokiji and Akainu.
Aokiji's not admiral no more, and Akainu the fleet admiral.
No, I'm saying like if they, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. I seen Akainu foot stomp the Gora.
Yeah. Listen, I'm Akainu.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen.
I don't know, man. But anyway, so I wanted to bring this up, but I didn't want to spoil like theory after theory after theory. So something really interesting did happen with Somers' head. We see it split apart, and there's a blackened heart in between. That ties directly into something we saw earlier with Domi Reversi. When Emu attempted to turn Loki and Luffy, there was a distinct heartbeat sound right before they resisted it. That detail feels like very important. If Domi Reversi alters a person's heart, then the heart is clearly the key to the Domi Reversi ability. That brings me back to the Zoan Devil Fruits that I was talking about. Zoans already function in a similar way. If the will of the fruit overtakes the user, their personality and heart can fundamentally change. So the theory that Emu may struggle to use Domi Reversi on Zoan's users still holds weight. More specifically, it might not work on Hito Hito no Mi Devil Fruit users at all, which makes the Sengoku for Fleet Admiral position such a crazy pick for the world government to have, since Sengoku most likely can't be Domi reversied either. And if Garp knew this may be the reason why Garp never accepted the Fleet Admiral position, since he doesn't have a way to counter Domi reversing himself. I thought about that too. And yeah, that would imply that something like Nidhogg, even though it appears animalistic, might actually be a special case Zoan, similar to how the Yami Yami no Mi behaves unlike a typical Logia, or how the Mochi Mochi no Mi blurs the line for Paramecia and Logia. If there are two wills coexisting within one body, Emu may not be able to overwrite the heart without overcoming both, especially when the user is in Zoan form. This also strengthens an old theory about Blackbeard, that he gains Devil Fruit powers by consuming the hearts of others. If that's true, then Blackbeard may have already figured out how Emu's ability works and weaponized that knowledge. And if that's the case, Domi Reversi might not work on him at all. We'll see, though. Now, about Emu disappearing from the ice, I didn't expect that, yo. He was like that one gif where that black kid is like, and he just disappears. I was like, bro, where you going? I genuinely thought Emu would just break out using hockey. So when that didn't happen, it was confusing. But then we cut back to Mari Joa and see the rubble outside Pangea Castle. And like I said before, I think maybe Blackbeard is making his move, since the rubble outside looks like the rubble on Winter's Island from Black Hole and Liberation. But I agree with Lawrence, 1,000%. I don't understand how he could like bypass any of the defenses that they have there. I just don't see it happening.
Hypnotism?
No. No. Hypnotism, no.
If nobody alerts the Admiral.
So, as for Emu, I think people are going to assume Emu left and now is heading to confront Loki and Luffy. But like I said earlier, the ice Emu was trapped in has to be something special. Otherwise, there's no reason they wouldn't just break out using hockey. Especially when we've seen them withstand attacks from top-tier fighters before on God Valley. So, is Emu actually doing... So what is Emu actually doing? And what does Emu actually look like in person? And yeah, I brought that up, right? So it's like, is Emu truly coming back to Elbaf? And I think they may be. It would make sense. I mean, he declared war for the world and is being divided. And he knows Nidhogg and Nika is here. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't take the transmutation circle, like the Abyss. I think we're probably going to see what's mentioned in the One Piece mural. So, like, the second world, there's a ship, and that ship is striking down with lightning on Yggdrasil. So I think Emu is going to come in riding Uranus. And they're going to use that to destroy not only Yggdrasil, he's going to destroy the giants, because apparently whoever's on their, the side of the giants are going to win the war. Take them out immediately. That no longer matters. Nidhogg, I know they're here now. Nika, I know he's here now. Why not just Lelouchia them? I could take out 3 of my obstacles with one rock. Makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go myself because, like Anel did with the Arc Maxim, he could probably, instead of doing the lightning in order to create like this giant energy ball, he can use it with his hockey or Emu's hockey in order to create this hockey spirit bomb that Lawrence has been talking about with the Mother Flame.
I'm not gonna lie, you saying this is the first time it's even crossed my mind that Emu could not go to Elbaf, like, immediately. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And it's funny, it's so funny, because there's a don't you remember, in Crows and Worst, there's a scene where they're basically saying, what if we do all this and he doesn't come? Like, they don't come, they don't attack. What do we do then?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what happens then if Emu actually does recalibrate and recoup, take inventory, and go take real countermeasures to go to like you just said, bringing an ancient weapon, bringing something else, or going to one of these other islands and attacking? Like, okay, Y'all got Elbaf? Cool. I'm going to Fishman Island. Y'all got Elbaf? Cool. I'm going to Wano. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he does something else? Like, does what you don't expect him to do in this moment. I didn't even think of it until just now when you said what you said. So that would be kind of crazy. Even just showing up, using the Abyss Circle to show up literally anywhere else?
Mm. I mean, the Abyss Circle has to be planted there first, though. So you can't just appear there.
Amen.
But I think what we're going to see is, like, Yggdrasil is going to probably be taken down. If the Second World's picture holds up, I can see that happening. Because Yggdrasil is still standing. Like, whatever happened in the Second World clearly didn't happen. Like, there's not even damage if a ship did strike lightning there already. Right? So, I think it's going to happen right now, bro. I think Emu's coming with the ancient weapon. It's just going to be like, how you going to stop it? And I think that's where Loki's size comes in with the Nidhogg.
Okay. I mean, we talked about, like, will he be facing something larger than will make use of his, like, size, so.
It's going to be crazy, dog. And it's I hope Oda doesn't keep doing this where, like, he prepares us for battle and then all of a sudden the person, like, backs out. He prepares us for battle and then the person backs out. Like, that seems to keep happening on Elbaf. And it's kind of like, they're going to, like, recoup for now until Emu gets back. But are you more convinced that time dilation is not a thing now?
I didn't even think about it. Didn't even think about it at all. I don't know. Because
if time dilation does work, remember, that means Emu just left. He would return within, like, the next 2 minutes by what you're saying, because more time passes on Elbaf. So he should be back in, like, 2 minutes, regardless of anything. Like, he should be back immediately, regardless of anywhere he is in the world.
I think my view is more so that's why when he came back, there was rubble. Because more time lapsed there. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I think anything, it's that part of it, where it's like Emu left to Elbaf and the Holy Land was on fire, whatever. And now we're seeing, like, something actually happened because more time lapsed or took place. But I didn't think about it at all, to be honest. I didn't even really think about it.
I have no idea what's going to happen next chapter.
Yeah.
I'm actually at a loss of words.
Right.
I was not expecting. I mean, we don't know if he's going to show up, but I believe he's coming because the way he said it and the way it's set up here, like, he wants them taken out. So I believe he's going to come in person.
Hey,
so
man.
That's crazy to me.
Well, what they say, what Stringer Bell say? The man is coming. We must prepare for the man. That's it.
I mean, they don't know he's coming. Yeah. They think they kind of.
Yeah, they think they're good. They think it's over.
Battle won.
Mm-hmm. This is hard, though. He said, all right, yo.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
He pulled the Donos.
Fine.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Like, he really pulled the Donos, bro.
So y'all think y'all won because y'all got my little proxies, man. Nah.
Well, what impresses me is that they're both there, and he's like, I'm going to go handle it.
Because it's the real threats is here.
You can't tell me that's, like, one of the hardest things ever, though.
Bro.
He's like, son got Nika? Nidhogg?
I know.
Shut up.
I'm
coming to smack that.
I've talked disrespectfully on Emu's name before, bro. I
don't know why you did that.
He still be a little punk sometimes.
No,
but
Blackbeard wouldn't do this.
I gotta give his, man. I gotta give his. If he pull up,
you know what it is? I think you let Emu and that Joy Boy hockey moment get to your head. Because I feel like that's why you think Emu's soft, bro.
That's
not fair.
I also wholeheartedly agree with what Usopp had to say last chapter about you're just using other people's abilities.
No,
whatever.
No, but this what I understood here, the fact that he's coming now, to me, he kind of showed.
It's worth his time.
Yeah, he kind of blew Elbaf. Your guys are beneath me. Why would I come?
Do you view Yonkos that way?
No.
Right. But they don't always handle the issues themselves.
No. I'm saying in the way that he fights, even when he's fighting, it's, okay, I'm basically retreating and using my Dami Reversi power, which is basically, how do I say this?
This is Devil Fruit Power. This is like giving no credit to Gecko Moria sometimes because of the things that he does and the way he does it. It's how his Devil Fruit works. And we've seen Emu. He's like, yo, if I want to throw hands, I'll throw hands.
And you said before, if you was Doflamingo, you be having your clones fight and not even like.
That's me.
Right.
That's me.
But Doflamingo's also
I'm a
a conqueror and
hypocrite.
had his clone fight and not him.
I'm
Yeah.
a hypocrite, dog.
No, I can't.
What are you talking about?
To me,
I can
I think
identify
with Emo's more like, yo, if it's worth my time, like he's viewing Neek and him like worth my time, all right, I'm gonna show up. But besides these people he viewed lesser than him, because remember he views himself so high.
So this is
You know?
this is me trying to give him credit.
Sebastian, you worry about the ants you step on?
No.
I'm surprised you didn't quote your Jamie Lannister or the Lannisters quote like.
What Lannister's cool?
He always was
There are no men like me.
no the other one
Only me.
that they say the lion said about
the lion doesn't concern himself with the
you say the opinions of
the opinions of the sheep.
There you go. That's evil.
And he fought a king straight up and killed him.
He didn't fight a king straight up. He slit a king's throat from the back.
From the back. All right. Anyway,
He said, all right.
let's read the rest of these super chats, guys. If you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. Lionel needs it.
Yeah, man. We got a bunch of super chats, so I'm gonna try to get through these. We got 12 months at Nakama status from Josiji Umbra. It says hashtag topped on top. Thank you. Shout out to Roy Boy for donating the 50 earlier. Another 20 from Red Haired Shankdom. It says CD's domain expansion. Limitless Bands has two vows. First is that it can only be activated after an OD donation. The second is the sure hit will only apply after CD has invoked the ancient chant, go band for band then. And immediately after that, CD donated 20 more gifted memberships. Crazy.
So funny.
Another 14 months at Warlord status from one Nitoriu Rashomo. It says, so who gets the ride fruit? Doll, Velma, Teresa of the Faint Smile, Prime Shacky, hashtag topped on top, hashtag watch or read Claymore, hashtag do your homework on your homework.
I gotta look at who Teresa is.
Velma, like from Scooby Doo? Yeah, I don't know who Teresa of the Faint Slime is. Ride fruit. Give me Shacky, bro. Actually, give me Doll. Give me Doll, man. My girl. Give me Doll.
Shacky be smoking, bro.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like
I think
that
Doll
either.
smokes too, though, Loki.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
She
Doll,
looked-
I think she does smoke too. I'm gonna go with somebody I don't know. I'm gonna go with Teresa of the Faint Smile. Little blonde hair,
Blondie?
little blonde hair shawty.
Okay. We got 5 gifted from David D. Oaks as well. Thank you. Another 2 from Wade the Asian. Love the twin team up. I'm used to it, dog. Another 5 from Miracle Di Mayo. Seb, I hope you relayed my message to Larry. Just know if he hasn't, it will go from 10 to 15. Hashtag shaman.
Oh, it's a watch slime.
Hashtag watch slime. Hashtag you are failing me. Hashtag 4 weeks of ducking. I definitely didn't hit him up about slime at all. I'm sorry, bro. I completely forgot about that. Another 5 from Wade the Asian. Something exists in anime. Larry, would you try it? What you think it does? Act like a honey pack? What? What?
Something exists in anime.
This has to be something referenced from your chapter reaction.
Maybe I said something stupid. I always say something stupid.
Another 6 from Don Pablo. It says, who comes out on top? All the Akatsuki, all the warlords, or all the spiders from Hunter x Hunter?
Are they all the same number?
No.
Mm,
I mean, unless you...
Akatsuki is what? That's like what? There's like 10 of them? 9? How many are the Akatsuki?
there's a lot of them.
Is it Spider Troop or Phantom Troop? Is it
Spider
Spider
Troop.
Spider Troop.
Oh, it's Phantom Troop. My
Phantom
bad.
Troop.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did I know that?
That's hard. I want to say warlords. Yeah, I forget Boa exists.
Word.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do to Boa, bro.
And also Mihawk's there
I will
too.
say Itachi exists too, bro. So
That's the thing too. Itachi does exist,
like
but
that
Itachi's not
Genjutsu's crazy,
like
bro.
Itachi's not gay. You know what I'm saying?
Itachi could probably Genjutsu his whole team to not be attracted to Boa.
He would get caught.
You keep it's not just about attraction.
I
right?
know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Because if you have any if you're not if you're not perfect, like pure heart, I mean, you fall victim to Ball's ability. That's you either got to stab yourself or whatever.
We got another 2 from Aliatu Sabe. Seb, stay quiet. Don't argue with Lionel about Cat. I think we shout out the 50 from Gift FedEx guy, so thank you. Another Nakama joined the ship in Kendall Marshall. Dude, you ain't get one of them free Nakama subscriptions, bro? That's crazy. Another 5 from David D. Oaks. This is one of the best communities ever, even though we argue about fake people. Much love. Like the stream.
Very true.
Listen, you're going to be passionate, bro. Another 2 from the legendary Frog. Smoking and watching the stream. Love you guys. Hashtag top.
We were probably going crazy.
Another 2 from Pastor C. Who you got, Yamato or Loki? I have Loki.
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 Another 2 from Henrik Karma. Another 12 months of Nakama status, I mean. Could the huge shapes from Thriller Bark be Loki's crew?
No.
Still too large right there, dog.
The only way it would be possible is if they look really big, the same way
of
like
this-
Luffy looked big.
Yeah.
And that would, I don't know how they're creating this mist. It sounds pretty wild. But those figures are so much bigger than Thriller Bark, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And in Thriller Bark, Loki, being the size he was, would be the same size as Oars.
Yeah.
So it's like,
They're
it's
smaller than
like,
Loki.
I think even if Loki goes into Nidhogg form, he's not even bigger than them.
We got another $100 super chat. This must have slipped through the cracks. I didn't see this. From Hapsters. Apparently we're arguing. From Hapsters Happening. It says, hey there, Topped. I wanted to thank you guys for making these past couple of weeks bearable. With my dog Nix having passed away and a couple of family members got sick, so I must thank you all for being a much-needed escape from the daily stresses. Much love. R.I.P. to Nix.
R.I.P. to Knicks, man.
Sorry about that, man. I hope your family's getting better or they're trying to
Rest in doggy
do
heaven.
better. But I'm glad we could be some level of escape for you or, you know, something that you can enjoy during that rough time, man. But thank you so much. $100 super chat is wild, bro. So really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, losing a pet, you know, if you don't have a pet, you don't really understand the weight or the gravity of it. But it's a family member, bro. Like that's your guy, you know? So and they only spend, you know, it's so funny. I heard this saying, it's like you spend very little time with your dog. They spend their entire lives with you though.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about it from that aspect, it's like you're their world, you know? So I could imagine it's very, very heartbreaking. So listen, man, I hope you guys had great memories. You know, I'm pretty sure your dog Nix appreciated you. And, you know, you probably gave them the life that they deserved.
Absolutely, man. Another 2 from Pastor C. Could the God Valley Rocks Pirates take down Dami Reversi Rocks? Well, seemingly they couldn't.
No.
They kind of got bodied, right? I mean, they were good, technically. Like, if they actually put their heart and soul into winning that fight, could they win it?
Kaido was knocked out.
Was he knocked out?
We saw him afterwards, no?
Yeah,
Afterwards,
he was
but he got-
arguing Big Mom next chapter, no? Am I tripping? Yeah. Like next chapter.
No. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Chapter 1163? Or I think it was 1163. I mean,
It's
yeah.
got to be 64.
I was just
so-
there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 64.
64 is when he gets hit. And then the next chapter, I think, is when he's arguing with Big Mom. Like, I think he's good, bro. Or am I tripping? I could be tripping.
Next chapter.
Yeah, next chapter, 1165. He's arguing with Big Mom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could have been knocked out for a time, but I didn't. In my mind, I was just like, all right. They were like, well, I guess whatever.
Well, you know what it is? Is these guys are fighting
They are.
nonstop for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, it gets to the point where, yeah, these guys were fighting for a little bit before they got back up.
You take off the coats. Shall we team up for a minute? Mm-hmm.
I get you, though. It could be where he was knocked out, and Big Mom was knocked out, but they would have gotten up immediately after that. So, do I think they could? It depends on what you think Critical Mass Supreme King Hockey is. That's really it.
Yeah.
Because at
Do you
this
think-
point,
yeah.
after arguing with Lawrence so much about it, I'm starting to think that this is just like it's not a increase in hockey at all. It's more like I'm dishing out all the hockey that I can in this moment. And that's why like I end up passing out from it.
And the question is, would a combined version of that, of Big Mom, Kaido, Whitebeard at the time do that? And I would say yes, but they have to figure it out.
I'll
first.
say, this is not me glazing. I would say no, only because they were running from Garp. And Garp had to team up with Roger in order to do what they did against Rocks. Because that did happen.
It did. I can't argue
Yeah,
it did.
all three of them did.
I don't think it means what you think it means for Whitebeard specifically, but that's fair. It's still fair to say. It did happen.
What do you think, Lawrence?
I also kind of feel like they were running from Garp because they weren't there to fight Garp, and then, but also too at that time, none of them could take on Garp or beat Garp at the same time too.
Whitebeard could take them on at least.
You think Whitebeard could take on Garp at that point?
Yeah.
Stop
Why not?
crap.
He clashed even with Roger literally that same chapter, if I remember correctly.
I wouldn't
Was
say
it
that
next
was
chapter?
even.
Roger didn't even use Hockey Hardener, bro.
And Whitebeard did.
No, but the thing is, we saw him use it with Garp earlier than that, like on a different.
Listen, y'all gonna respect Whitebeard, man.
He was young, man.
He was young.
He was young, bro. He had to grow into who he was.
He not that young. You
True.
feel me? He's still out here doing his thing.
Yeah. All right. Next ones.
All right, we got another 5 from D Phantom. It says, if you ate a Del fruit and then Brooks fruit, would you have 2 fruit powers or just die again? Hashtag BBC, hashtag Whitebeard Top 1.
You would implode.
I think you would just end up with Brooks' power. Which
I have no idea.
the other fruit just goes away. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know. Another 5 for Buxton Carson. Have you ever thought about doing DDT for weak characters? Foxy fighting tournament. We technically had a mid tier already. I thought about going to a low tier.
Low tier is hard.
Low tier is hard. It's not as fun as you think it is. No one cares. People are not gonna show up. You know. We got another 20 from Polarized. It says Larry's chains nearly reach Seb. An onslaught of them move like a tidal wave, smothering the domain. Seb makes a gamble. He creates a binding vow, changing his technique from a maelstrom of blood of bone into liquid armor. Listen, man, it's getting intense in that battle, bro. We got another 1 month at Knockout Status from True Fuego. Are we still shocked on how Shanks beat Loki? Hashtag a throat into throat.
No.
I don't think we were ever shocked. Were we ever shocked?
No.
I don't think we were ever shocked. Yeah. Another 5 from Jabby. It says, in my opinion, the reason Emu mentions Rocks is because he was a Davy that Emu was actively trying to wipe out of existence. Yeah, I guess. Another 5 gifted from David D. Oaks.
Thank you, bro.
Another 2 from Prince Midas. It says, the throne, dragon, Sabo, is greater than Rox's knowledge. Do you? Another 5.
It's the same knowledge.
Manny Tinika. I don't think Emu knew about Roger finding the One Piece. I think Roger got everyone by surprise. Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to say a little earlier. Like, they knew he went to Raftel and that he became this king of the pirates and he was inspiring people and et cetera, but it's like, you don't know what he knows until it's revealed, you know? Another 2 from Nando to Universal. Rocks pulled up solo. Roger Crew never pulled up. Roger Crew did never pull up. That's true. Another 5 from Diamond Life. If my girl don't ride for me the way Larry rides for Rocks, I don't want her. Another 2 from Villain. This argument coming after that poll is Chef's Kiss. I don't know what the poll was at the time, but we'll see. It was probably the glazing poll. Another 13 months at Knockout Status from Hugh. It says, Seb, do a Larry Glaze poll instead. I think I did one for all 4 of us. I think I put you glazing Rocks.
I'm pretty sure.
Me glazing Blackbeard. Lawrence glazing the Roger Pirates in general. And Lionel glazing Odin. Lionel glazing Odin didn't get as many votes as I thought it would.
Yeah, which is
10.
crazy.
Another 10 from Regal Sloth. Just watched Larry's take in the DDT, and while I think it could have gone either way, Larry, I was disappointed that your only argument was basically the Ed War. I expected a great reasoning for your boy. Because he didn't really believe it. I need you to understand. Larry genuinely thinks Roger is stronger than Rocks. He do. I know, because when we did our top 30, he went out of his way to make Roger over Rocks in that top 30. So he was always going to cape for him in the DDT, which is, that's fair. Pick you want. But we all know the truth, Larry.
I gotta watch it again because I'm pretty sure you're lying.
I'm lying?
I don't remember.
We're going to have to start clipping you, dog.
We ain't got no time though.
Another 2 from Nico L. Larry been tripping ever since Rox's introduction. Another 5 from Benji 1K. I think y'all missed my first super chat. Nah, it just took us a while to get to it, Benji. My bad. But I hope I'm wrong. Anyway, y'all not hearing Larry. Roger is obviously an industry plant. Hashtag narrative.
Industry plant.
Narrative? Narrative is hilarious. Industry plan is wild. Another 5 from... And why would they play Roger? That'd be the worst plan. That's terrible. Another 5 from Diamond Life. Larry, do you know Vegapunk's speech shined even more light on Roger and his crew? If that don't mean anything, then I don't know what to tell you. Also, W Stream. Yeah, they on your head, bro. They on you. Go away. All right. Another 5 months at Warlord status from Jabby. Boys are on fire today. We was arguing for a while. Another 10 from King Steph. Just here tuning in for the weekly rock slander from Law. Laughing emoji. Shout out to y'all, best podcast out there. I don't think it's... You think it's slander? I know you do.
It's absolute slander.
Another 280, a Canadian from Purple D Popcorn. Seb had points. Law was just rage baiting Larry. Another 5 from Mario Faith Warrior. Rogers 81. Boy, it's out of the mud. Hold on. What? Rogers 81. Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rocks decent back. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't watch basketball. It was a dude who was like a bench warmer in the NBA saying that he could have scored Kobe's 81 points. They said, who's 81? They said Kobe's. I'm going to send you the video. Another 23 months at Yako status from Aziz. It says, Rocks inspired Roger. Roger learned more and inspired Luffy. Luffy's going to learn everything and change everything. It's a progression of freedom through the wills integrated through the years. I can agree to that. I can agree to that. Another 35 months at Yako status from Project Iceman. Thank you for adding another hour to the stream. LOL, the Roger versus Rocks debate always sparks a very long argument on both sides.
Yeah, it does.
We got another 5 from Super Saiyan Senpai. And then another 5 on top of that. It says, when do y'all believe Davy D. Jones passed? Because if he passed before the end of the Void Century, then his message would be incomplete, in my opinion. I would assume it's around the same time.
Yeah.
I would assume it's around the same time. Another 5 from the FedEx guy. So if Chopper was on God Valley, he could have just smacked Rocks in the back of the head and fixed everything. Hashtag such a good time. Yeah, apparently.
It pisses me off.
Another 2 from Wise Life Gaming. Hashtag that F-bomb talk. Hashtag Law is a Roger Gooner. Hashtag crash out piece.
You know what's so funny is that Lawrence's favorite character is Roger. And my favorite character is Rocks. So it's just natural.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's funny, bro. Did you see the dude flip the coin?
Mm-mm.
One of the voters for the DDT flipped a coin to determine who his pick was. He said it was dead even for him. And it landed on Roger. And I was like, well, fate chose Roger, just like it didn't. It was wild. Another 5 from Your Lips Are Crispy Bud. Hey, Larry, who would you think would win? Who do you think would win? Benny Maru, Fire Force, or Black Clover Meloriona?
Benny Maru, if all the pillars are up. Unfortunately, I have to say that because he did do a move that the fire... He fought a doppelganger of himself, and that doppelganger created fire around the world and was executed into his move, and Benny Maru one-tapped him easily.
Another 25 months at Yako status, and my computer's low-key dying, Larry, so if it does die, you might have to take over. El Directo, it says, Lionel needs love. Don't be shy, Lionel. Just say it. Hug me, Larry. Break my back, Seb. I'm going to move on, but that's wild, bro. Another 5 from Senior Sombrero. Please say the whole thing, Mr. Gabon, like a Tribe Called Quest. Yeah, too funny.
Tribe Called Quest. Say the whole thing.
Another 20 from Birdman 1825. Yo, won't make the theory stream, so I'm going to say here the world government won't be abolished because why do we want pirates or revolutionaries running things? I think they will live live stream the final battle like Buggy and Marine Ford, I'm with that. That'd be pretty cool.
And then he goes on to say,
then Kobe and the other kings we've seen battle will be seen fighting for the people, and he will become the fleet admiral, and the people will be able to feel comfort in the world government that will be established. And then he continues, $10. Sorry, at work currently, so can't really focus on stream. Love you guys. Hashtag the job ain't gonna stop me. Well, one, thank you for still donating even though you're working.
Thank you so much.
And I actually really do like that theory. I've made theories about Buggy live streaming more things. The final war would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be.
That
crazy.
would be wild.
I don't think he's gonna have time though, because now he's committed.
Yeah,
he's trying to get the One Piece himself.
See,
that made me think for some reason we're about to see a team up with Kobe and Salvo for some strange reason. These two young guys.
That'd be an awesome team up.
Like that, I can see that. Cross Guild linking up with the Revs, maybe. Another 5 from Roberto Figueredo. Yes, Larry, I meant the original Harlem Shake. I'm almost 32. I'm not a kid. Okay. And then we got Yako join the crew in Bro Darkness. Welcome. Another 50 from the Birdman. It says, all right, one more. The reason I think Kobe becomes Fleet Admiral is because Oda put all this hype into him that for him to not achieve his dream, I think would be crazy disrespectful. Hashtag hope it happens. Hashtag put a little respect on Kobe. I do agree that Kobe will be Fleet Admiral one day. I don't think it's like at the immediate end of the story. You know what I mean? I think he'll be Admiral then. I just don't think he'll be Fleet Admiral then.
Wasn't his dream just Admiral, not even Fleet Admiral?
It was just Admiral.
Yeah, I would prefer it be like Fujitori's Fleet Admiral first.
Mm-hmm.
But that's me. I think he's worthy of that kind of...
You know, it does bring up an interesting question. Do you think everybody's dream in One Piece will be accomplished?
Everybody... Tashiki's can't, bro. I'm sorry. It's not possible.
I agree.
It's just not possible.
Who else?
There's so many dreams that won't be accomplished.
Do you
Kid's
think any?
dream.
Do you think any of the dreams? Well, Kid's not in the story no more.
But
like,
saying.
do you think any of the Straw Hats maybe might not achieve their dreams?
No, all the Straw Hats will.
You know, like, is there a possibility that Kobe doesn't become Admiral?
No.
I think
You've told me that Zoro might not even fight Mihawk at the end of the series and win
until the very end of the series.
So,
to the very end.
Or
last page.
Or do you believe Luffy will ever be the freest man on the sea? Because I could easily say, due to his fate, he seems kind of imprisoned. He just thinks he's free. It's kind of like that Eren Yeager take, where like everything's controlled.
Well, freedom is a state of mind too, in some ways. Luffy's always going to feel like he's free and do anything in his power to feel that.
Will that count as the dream now?
I feel like
because the Devil Fruit literally gives him fate.
And you're saying because he's tied to it, he's technically not free.
Yeah.
Oda's going to have to work to make that work for you.
But I think it's more like, but I think it's more like Luffy, part of Luffy's freedom. He wants to be able to do whatever he wants. And I think the fruit kind of allows him that freedom to do whatever he wants. You know?
Yeah.
So.
This is like giving a really big cage to a bird, to a small bird.
It's a bird cage around the world. Another 5 from Regal Sloth. Bit late, but I think Emu didn't bust out of the ice because why bother when you could just disappear from within without issue? Yeah, like that's part of the reason. Like they think they still haven't trapped. And he's like, nah, I'm doing my own thing. Another 5 from Josie Dirts. I feel like Emu face reveal gonna give off Griffith vibes. Handsome outside, but ugly inside. Frankie been talking though. He make that anti-Kaido weapon? Eyes emoji? Did he? Doubtful.
It would be crazy if he had like a Griffith vibe.
Another 2 from C2X's. Is Emu getting closer to boost GN into Auk? What?
I have no idea what you just said, bro.
Yeah, bro. I can't understand that. Another 5 from Nelson. If Emu pulls up, the boys are definitely taking the L, right?
I hope.
It'd be nice.
Take a loss.
Change of pace. Another 2 from Triad TJP. Just got off work. What I miss. Hashtag Oda help us Usopp. Oh, help Usopp. I mean, yeah. You missed a lot, bro. Another 5 from Fremos. Roger had the highest bounty you've ever seen in the show. Bounties aren't about strength. They're a threat to the government, and that's before his speech. Bounties. I don't like using the bounty specifically because of they do specific things to play with people's bounty. Like Luffy's bounty should be higher than it is currently.
Yeah.
Like it just is. Like it should be. His bounty shouldn't be the same. He's not. Luffy don't have the same threat level as Kid or Law.
So, should it be? I see. I don't know if I think like Luffy's bounty should be higher. I kind of feel like Kid's bounty
Should be lower.
yeah, it shouldn't be as high. Like Kid's
Luffy's
and Law's
bounty should definitely be higher. My opinion.
Luffy's
Oh
bounty?
wow. We got another 50.
Villain.
Oh my god.
It's too late for this, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
Thank you so much, Villain, for the 50. You already did so
Jesus,
much,
bro.
Gengi. What are you doing?
People really got their Larry tax returns in, bro. Because that's the only way, bro.
Thank you so much, Villain. This is way too much, bro.
much appreciated.
He just
It
jumped.
is amazing.
Throw the knock on fist up for Villain
I feel
again.
so undeserved.
We don't even have enough people in chat to get all this, bro. We got another 5 from Villain D Juice. It says, had to drop that in there so CD didn't get the last flex. I'll see you boys tomorrow. Hashtag hockey chucking. Hashtag best.
Oh my
book
God.
club.
Yes,
Thank
please
you.
come
Thank
tomorrow
you.
so we could thank you and over Discord.
Don't let CD see this.
Yeah, bro.
Jesus,
CD, chill
man.
out, bro. Chill out. Akatsuki won the poll, by the way.
Yeah, I can see how Akatsuki would. I mean, Akatsuki was taking out they were taking out
Bro, they
all
were-
the Jubies, bro.
I also like the fact
Or
that
the
the
Beejers.
Akatsuki actually. I mean, I can't speak to the Phantom Troop, but the Akatsuki do fight in tandem.
Yeah,
Like that's a part of what they do.
yeah.
Like they be jumping folk, whatever. Like they do that. So it's like the warlords are just fighting, however they feel like fighting. Like they're not bouncing off each other. They're not using each other's attacks. They're not doing anything. Just kind of fighting, and they might not help each other in any way. We got warlords that got beef with one another. Like I don't know. I don't think it works. And then, I mean, Kumo could then heal people too, though.
The Phantom Troop is strong as heck, and they do, like each individual one is ridiculously strong, and they also fight amongst each other sometimes too.
Yeah, I don't know, but you have Nagato in the Akatsuki. You have Itachi.
Yeah, bro. I'm not mad at the Akatsuki
Even
pick, bro.
Kisame happens to be a huge threat level. There's so much that they have on their side.
Mihawk gotta have to flex, bro.
And
He
the
gotta
thing
have to
is,
start doing some
too,
things.
even with Nagato, he can just summon I forgot which pain it was, but it literally rises them back to life
Yeah.
after they're dead. So all of them could pass away as long as that one dude's alive. You can bring them back to life.
When you get another $2 super chat from Triad, it says, "Do you think Law is ever coming back or Kid?" I think they both come back.
Law, yes.
Yeah, Law I think is coming
Kid,
back.
Both come
Kid,
back, man.
No.
Both
I'm
come
getting to the
back.
point where I'm kind of hoping they took him out. Like at the very least, Killer's still alive, but Kid is just gone.
I hope it's the opposite.
Nah, that's some hater.
I genuinely hope it's the opposite.
No, because like
I
Kid
don't
took.
know why you want this guy
Because I
back
think
so
Kid.
bad, bro.
The reason why I say that is 'cause I think Kid took the blunt of the attack, while Killer took like the side swipe.
I need bro to be gone, bro. I think I'm done with the Kid story. Law has so much more to offer.
Yeah. And I kind of want to show because it kind of showed because for example that ruthless side of Shanks, I want to see it as in because if you check it, it's from both in a way his dads, so to speak. Because Roger could be ruthless because he took out all Squaddle's crew, right? And then also from Garling and Shamrock, they could be ruthless, you know. So it's like seeing him from both his what he was raised with, just taking out Kid for good.
I just don't see anything with Kid. Like his devil fruit doesn't matter. His rivalry is surpassed by Loki by tons. You know what I'm saying? Like there's absolutely nothing for him to offer the story. Meanwhile, Law is connected through the immortality surgery, probably. Also, D-Clan member with a secret name of Water.
Mhm.
That may come up eventually.
Yeah.
And not only that, I just feel like there's such a big tie to him moving forward. Like even Kid's backstory compared to Law's actually is relevant to the world government doing what they did to his family and country. Meanwhile, Kid, he fell in love with a girl at 6.
We all do.
I remember I fell in love with this girl. I was at the Boys and Girls Club when I was like 10 or 11. And she was from Bologna or something like that. It was like this Spanish country. I forgot what, but she was like the prettiest Spanish chick I've ever seen in my life.
Bolivia.
And then, huh?
Bolivia.
Yeah. She was in Bolivia. And then she randomly told me while we were dating for like a week, she was moving away for good. And I was so sad. And I remember sitting in the corner of the basketball court within the gym of the Boys and Girls Club, and I was drinking. You remember those flat juices with the rimps on the side, and the like orange juice, apple juice, cranberry juice. I was drinking the orange juice, eating a ham and cheese sandwich by myself. I was mad upset.
I'm mad that you said this, and they said Seb can't help but trauma dump. How is that? How, bro?
I was really sad.
And this what happened to Kid? He lost a love?
You
Yeah.
didn't read that?
No.
Yeah, during his backstory, there was gangs, and one of the gangs ended up murking her.
Oh, shoot.
And
I
her,
had no idea.
and
Him and
Kid-
Killer were both like in love with her or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. We did get another $5 super chat from SSJ Doty, but no super chat attached. Next time, let us know your thoughts, man.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for just spending the time that you did with us today. I know it's a large 4 hours. I thought it was needed, and it turned out I was right because we got into the craziest argument, and, it lasted a very long time. Seems like Lionel couldn't hold up, but it's all right. But if you haven't liked the stream yet, please like the stream.
We did get another 5 from SSJ Doty. It says, "Cause I got Odin over Luffy, Nika." Top 30.
Odin over Luffy?
Hey, man.
That's some Katakuri type thinking.
Hey, man.
Lionel would even say that. Wait.
He said he could
wait.
swat a Bajrang.
Yes, bro. He said he could swap Bajranga.
Nastiest work of all
You
time.
might want to rethink your position.
Nastiest work of
Maybe
all
I don't
time.
know.
Swat it. Larry, we
Maybe
asked
he
him.
would.
He said, "Swat that thing, bro."
Yeah. So I just want to say thank you to Marv again for the 4 hours. Thank you for, staying as long as we did. And yeah, guys, we'll be here next week. It'll be a 3-hour podcast, I'm pretty sure. And it'll be the new chapter. So thank you for all the super chats, by the way. Thank you for all the gifted memberships. You guys did so freaking much. I can't even believe that much was sent. The last time that's happened was probably like almost 2 years ago. So thank you so much, guys. We love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. My name is Larry.
Law.
Seb.
And Lionel. Jana.